right, welcome back to Sunday. It's been a minute, about 2-3 weeks, roughly, since last session. Not in-game, out-of-game. Party's been busy, some have been taking cruises, vacations, but not the DM. I've been busy keeping up the other parties and making sure they survive, because Sunday, we all know, is doomed to die. But, with that, last time we left off, the party, having managed to learn a little bit of information with the help of Domnander, managed to figure out that there was a village nearby that seemed to have some strangeness going on to it. With an interest in investigating into it, the party would pick up with trying to grab Kezenok to drag him along. Thankfully, now that he's back, we can continue on with our adventure. As the party would find themselves heading about a day's journey north of the town of King's End, going not one day. I think it was 3 days, I believe. Let me double check here. Let me check my notes. Nope. Oh yeah, it was 3 days. All right. Having taken about 3 days to get this little village on the coast, the party managed to not only figure out that something fishy was going on, but after a quick split up with Ned and Kez having a semi-near-death experience, mostly for Ned, who just kept getting beaten while Kez was doing his best to end the fight as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, Eider and Domnander down below were fighting another diseased creature that seemed to be one of the town's inhabitants prior. After both parties managed to defeat their enemies, Eider and Domnander would retreat back up to Ned, where after a little bit of kerfuffling and quick thinking, the party finally figured out how to get rid of the disease that poor Ned had managed to gain from his fight with the bloody skeletons. After that, and a quick confirmation that druids are not meant to be on the front lines when it comes to things that have spiky weapons of disease, the party decided to head back down towards the house that that Eider and Dom had already cleared, and check it out, doing a little bit of investigation and finding a bunch of spell scrolls that they had decided to pocket. The party would end up ending here as they started looking around the village to figure out where they wanted to go next. Unfortunately, as we said, we did not end up with session after that, so we return back to around midday on the 25th of the month of the Forgotten, in the year 65,009, still about 6-7 months before Monster Monday or Saturday, or the Ironheart Saturday group. As we return, as you all look out, the weather still kind of miserable and cold, lightly rainy, and seemingly kind of chilly, a chilly wind in the air. What would you all like to do?
Oh, time to investigate these houses one by one.
Yeah, didn't we, I'm trying to remember what part of the map. We were starting
Bottom
at
left.
the top part.
Bottom
Were we
left.
starting at the bottom left?
Bottom left, that little tiny shack right off the road is where you guys cleared, the first house you cleared.
I knew it was first house cleared. I couldn't remember when session was any, if we discussed starting from the top or starting from where we had already cleared.
If I remember from my notes, and what I have written here is you guys went back down to the house you already cleared, and the exact wording was because it already has no enemies and is a fallback location.
Mm-hmm. I was
That
just about
does
to
check
say
out.
that, yeah.
So yeah, the waves are still kind of coming in, quite dark. The skies themselves kind of dreary. As you all look about, Ned still reeling from having barely managed to survive his bloody disease.
All right. Maybe Ned should go in the middle. He keeps getting ambushed a lot.
It's almost like the universe is targeting the person who can't fight in the front line. That house on the map, bottom right. Should we do that one?
I think so. Go pattern.
If I'm correct, wasn't there a light on in that large top left? Like the largest one?
Yes, the large building you guys had seen a light in, and that was one of the reasons why the party had been cautious to go there last time.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So remembering that, do we want to head to the top left large house, or do we want to clear out the other houses so there's no surprises?
Do I get any hints of like the only reason I think that we want to bum rush it right this second is if like they're like already in the middle of like doing a magical ritual or something.
I think that was our belief.
Do I get any like senses like from like the magic in the air and all that bullshit as to if there is a grand ritual or some bullshit magic going on? Or
All right, yeah, give me a spellcraft check.
hey, I'm reasonably decent at those.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 31.
31. Okay. Unfortunately, you do not sense any bullshit magic. The school of bullshit has yet to be invented at this point in day and age. You got a few years before that'll come to be, as Zopip has not yet come into his prime. But in actual truth, no, you do not sense any major magic or fluctuations going on around the town. Anything more than what you usually would expect. No spells, no large centers of magic kind of being drawn. Seems to almost be kind of calm.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll turn to the others and give them like a bit of a shrug and say, so reasonably sure that it's not a big, sort of Vancian ritual going on in the big house. I'd probably err more on the side of caution than go cowboying off into the big house. Given the fact we just got ambushed. Well, you two just got ambushed. And unless I'm mistaken, we like left off with everyone's magic undead sensing implements glowing.
Yeah, it was glowing all when you guys were up on the top of the hill, and then when you'd come back down, they had never stopped glowing. It just kept going. The Dread Necromancer item that Ned carries, the undead items that Kez carries, and I think Eider, yours is specifically Necromancy, right?
I don't have one, ironically.
No. Was it Dom?
Yeah.
Dom, were you
No.
the one that
I have the
Necromancy?
gauntlets, yeah.
Yeah.
I know, because Ned can sense necromancers. My shield
Dread
senses
Necromancer
hostile
specifically.
undead. Heard. And I know mine can sense just hostile undead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Dread Necromancers are people specialized into necromancy.
Correct. It means that this, the item, and I believe it's your staff, Ned?
Spear.
Is it, oh, yeah, that's right, the spear. Yeah, it's looking for more, to become a Dread Necromancer, there's a bit more effort than just a wizard who knows necromancy magic, so it's looking for more of a finite signature of magic from the individual. To your own knowledge, Eider.
Gotcha. Ugh. I hope I know everything about it. I made the fucking thing.
As in the background, Eider just kind of pops his back like the old man he feels that he is.
Right.
Yeah. Or
anybody-
has specialized into the school of necromancy.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right. So, this house it is. Worst case scenario, there's enemies in there, and we can hold up here. Best case, nothing happens. Well, actually, that'd be kind of annoying, but still, better than dying.
Agreed.
Alright.
I'll head up front. Kez, you want to take up rear just in case to potentially save Ned's life?
Sure. Why the hell not?
Alright. As Eider kind of opens the door and starts walking out, who's following up behind him then, with Kez being in the back? Dom?
I probably will because I'm melee and I've got range. So yeah, Dom will take up after Eider.
Okay, so it follows with Ned behind, and then Kez as the caboose. Kez, you're always the power bottom, you know?
I just hope that the undead come from the back, because that's what I'm good against.
You know what? And you guys are notoriously really good at fighting in narrow hallways and doorways.
Hey,
We've been
Eider's
notoriously
short, I have
good. Listen, I'm just
good.
hoping Ned doesn't get shot down the first 2 turns this time around.
if it somehow goes through me to hit Ned when I'm taller and I take up more space, that's just the divine will of the gods.
Yeah, we just turn and we just start killing Ned at that point, I think.
Everyone's
say-
an imposter.
Just-
Robert actually was the only one who didn't get a DM this session saying attack Robert.
No, poor Ned.
Anyway, I will roll for like
alright.
hide or sneak.
I was
or
gonna say,
move
well,
silent or whatever.
are you is either going to at all be stealthy? Because I know, if I remember
No.
correctly, your armor is not gonna help.
No. I also, small reminder, I do have 10-foot worth of blind sense.
Yes.
So I do automatically detect if anybody is like stealthing within 10 feet of me.
You also give your party DR, but half the time they don't remember that.
Well, we haven't actually got to fight most of the time very close to like take care of that.
Yeah.
Also, I do emit just
Don't
an
worry.
absolute idiotic amount of light, so there is no reason for me to ever try and stealth outside of using my
Okay.
invisibility.
Yeah. I will say
How
Eider
feasible is
gives
it
a
that
light green glow.
How feasible is it that I hide behind the little door? Who's
Oh.
so loud?
Well, or not kids,
Take
Dom, how
attention.
tall are you? You're 15, 20 feet?
Oh, I'm taller than 15. I believe I'm 16'9".
You
Yeah.
are 3 times
But
my height.
I couldn't hide, but could I move silently?
So
could
what
I walk quiet?
Yeah, well, kind of, you're not exactly tall. Eider's 5 feet.
Yep, 5 foot even.
That is 3 times, a third of your height. There we go. Ugh.
But realistically, if he's glowing and they're focused on him, they might not notice me in the shadow.
Not unless Kez is going to cast one of the cleric spells, and suddenly he's got an evil line to do it to create a dark shadow behind you to basically make you blend in. Because there is, I think, a Book of Wild Darkness spell for that. But,
I will just be keeping my eyes and ears peeled.
okay, give me a spot check with that in mind as Eider starts walking through. Ned, are you readying any spells ahead of time as you follow behind Dom?
Reading any ahead of time? No, I don't think so. I do have my quarterstaff in hand, though, ready to whack if I need to.
Okay, got you. 15 for the spot, got you, Dom. All right, perfect. And then Kez, are you readying anything?
And then I'll also be keeping my eye out.
All right, give me a spot as well, Ned.
Cool.
Question.
Yes.
Did any of us figure out like the alignments of the stuff that we were dealing with,
27.
or kind of
27.
like do we know if they were like evil or chaotic? Because I know a lot of the things we've been dealing with recently have been like they're like chaotic but not evil, or evil but stuff like that.
I don't know that we checked, but I'm looking at my notes. I'd guess evil if I had to wager, but...
I can confirm you did not cast any spells that were specifically gave alignment away.
Wait, no, Eider... Oh, no, Eider had Sanctuary on Dom, but that's different. Yeah, I don't see anything that would have been alignment-based.
Gotcha, because, I'm of the mind of I don't want to waste a spell slot if I, choosing the wrong one.
Yeah, I'd say while we're doing like the more exploration-focused thing, go ahead and like conserve spell slots, because I don't know what we're going up against later on.
Yeah.
Obviously adjust as shit goes hits the fan.
Yeah, of course. I feel like we're at the very beginning of something right here, and I don't want to blast all of like my 3rd level slots or just shit like that on this. I know I used a couple of my low 1st and level slots, and I think a couple of my cantrips on getting Ned back and running up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As long as we don't do stat damage or whatever, I can just kind of heal us up to full with a minute worth of downtime out of combat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, I think
you guys got me all healed up already. So
yeah, right now I think I'm gonna go spellless and just head on a swivel.
Okay. All right. Also, give me a spot check then, Kez. Damn, Ned. Jesus, that 27.
Ned's on his A game after almost dying and amputating his own arm.
He's like, I am not letting this happen again.
Yeah, he did almost amputate his arm, in fairness, so...
His arm
He
was
did.
already amputated.
He did successfully amputate the arm. We just got it reattached.
Yeah, he's the one who cut off his arm. I just put
Honestly,
it back.
Ned should look into medical school.
Kez over here.
No, don't put it on. And they're like, I'm going to reattach it.
Exactly.
I mean, listen, you needed your arm for the rest of this little expedition here.
Right. All right, what do you get?
All right. Let me see. I have a spot. Is that so? 21 spot.
Okay. Between the three of you, as you kind of start using Eider's light glow, as he kind of acts almost as like a natural torchlight or a lighthouse, if you will, as he walks about, that kind of makes the darkness almost darker in the distance and around you. The skies, thankfully, being as clear as they are in the heavy moonlight, coming down suddenly as the storm, or what looks to be the eye of the storm, or what would have been a storm, seems to roll past you as the rain lightens and the weather seems to calm. But as you look out into the many houses and into the darkness, the waves moving, the water kind of going as it is, the trees billowing, the sounds of the birds still chirping in the distance, everything seems almost mellow. Yeah, no, I remember Eider, don't worry. It's one of the few things that... Wait, you don't have dark vision? I thought dwarves did.
I have both.
Oh, okay, cool. Wanted to make sure. I was gonna say, like, hold up, you should have dark vision at the very least.
Well, that's why I said it's never going to come up. He's like, I've got dark vision. I've also got low light vision.
Got you. But as all three of you kind of look out and about, nothing seems to kind of catch your eye. Nothing moves. Nothing seems to flicker. No lights change. No body seemingly coming out of nowhere. As Eider walks up to this building, a rather almost one-story house. It looks to be, again, about a 50-foot tall, or a 40-foot tall building. I mean, this is built for a giant, and what looks to be a large, semi-like tower on the very top that you can kind of see from the bottom, clothes billowing on a clothesline from there as these sea winds kind of come in. Looking inside and through the windows, Dom, Kez, and Ned, as Eider being a little too short to see that, or be able to get a good enough vision in and down. Kind of looking in, it looks like the building hasn't been touched at all, but yet you can see what looks to be a bowl with something steaming from the outside. A chair that looks like it's only been recently been moved from this distance, or from the outside. What looks like a pot slightly boiling over, and a fireplace that looks to have just very faintest glows of the coals. As you kind of look about, Ned, inside you notice a shadowy figure in one of the far corners as Eider kind of gets up to the door. It looks to be on the far end of the house, that far right back corner. A hooded figure standing about almost 18 feet tall, completely shrouded by looks of it, but just every once in a while it seems to faintly move.
Does anybody else see that?
Well,
As Ned kind of lightly guides his chin and eyes towards the direction as each of you look. Eider, give me a spot check as well.
All right.
This. But Kaz, as you look over, seeing what Ned points out, you notice the same thing. The creature kind of standing there. Dom, you do not see the shadowy figure. Let's see if Eider's height will put him at a disadvantage.
It does. I rolled a 3 for a total of 9.
Eider, I mean, honestly, you've got like a ring of...
Just look between our legs. Come
All right.
on.
You got this ring of light around you. It's really hard to see like the darkness in the distance as you kind of like try to squint, and it's not. There could be something there, but that could be a coat rack just as easily.
Damn you! Just kind of like shake my head and then say, "No, don't see anything."
Neither do I.
Ned, do you have any idea what that thing is?
Describe it to me.
Does Ned have literally any idea what that is?
It looks like an 18-foot shadowy cloaked figure that seems to have most of its body covered in some sort of fabric, making it kind of hard to tell what it is.
There's a shadowy looking thing.
So Eider, imagine someone playing a role-playing game in which they're playing an edgy, like, rogue type, and so, like, they're standing there shrouded in a dark cloth.
I think he's lost it.
Oh, Ezekiel with 5 Z's. I know
exactly.
him
Ezekiel
Kez, give me a will save real quick.
Oh, shit. Damn it. Fourth
Okay.
wall breaking damage.
Hey, you know what? I fourth wall breaking damage. That is a 24.
Kez, you barely manage to avoid confusion as you feel your mind beginning to cloud, as if the ground around you and this strange darkness seems to get to you. It's eerie.
Okay, I can't do that ever again. I'm not gonna take that risk.
DC's gonna increase for sure.
No, yeah, I can't do. No.
I just I like turn to Ned and Kez and say, does it feel like the shadow is part of the person, or he's just using it to hide?
As both of you look over,
I narrow and look in at it.
as
Sam
you look,
just
as you
eyes squinting.
narrowing your eyes and squinting into the room, the figure is gone.
Oh, never mind. Must have been an illusion.
I don't like that.
Also, the bowl that you had seen earlier with steam is also gone.
I also don't like that.
Must have been the wind.
I like fiddle around.
I try
in
to
the
back
back
up into Kez.
Okay.
Nope, can't leave.
You're trapped.
Ned, I'm sorry, but I don't feel that way towards you.
like fiddle around with my inserts for just a second and
Okay.
start heading into the house proper.
Okay. So you kind of start to push on the door. Give me a strength check.
Do you need assistance?
I might. I probably
I
don't.
can aid
It's a
another-
17.
17. As you kind of give it a shove, you feel something heavy is on the other side of that door. As you kind of like giving a push, you knocked it pushing the other giant doors before. They're heavy, but this is ridiculous. As you slam your shoulder into the thing, feeling the impact, and it doesn't seem to budge.
Have you tried pulling?
I swear to God.
It does not pull out either.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I swear to Christ, will you do me this dirty?
Does it have a knob, though?
It would have been really funny.
It does have a door, what looks to be almost a door knocker.
Gotcha. Nah, I might go the more, well, sorry, I'm debating because I have adamantine tools. So I can just fucking take this bitch off the hinges.
Eider takes a step back, looks at his backpack, kind of like digs through it, stares at, looks up at the door, and you can see there's a look of irritation and contemplation in his eyes.
Well, I mean, because I assume the hinges are on the inside, or
Yes, correct.
I don't care. I can bust through the stone. Like, it's adamantine. It just goes through it like butter.
I mean, I guess that's fair. I was also
When-
thinking of a very funny thing of just Kez going up and like, "Bridge it clear!" with the hammer, just.
God.
When-
What was it, Dom?
When
Good.
Dom was scoping this village out, did he notice any villagers do like a secret little knock with the thing to get let in? Like, is there a pattern?
Give me a...
Like, I know I couldn't have probably heard, but I probably could have watched people.
Give me a knowledge... yeah, we'll go with a knowledge history or general intelligence check. I'll take either.
Alright. Okay. Decently high roll, guys. This is big. This is big for me. Where is my history? Do I have proficiency in history? I don't know if I do. Okay, intelligence it is. 18!
18. Before I go with this, do you have knowledge local by chance?
Knowledge, I don't believe I do.
Okay,
Monks
got
don't get a lot of like knowledge to choose.
No,
like,
they
knowledge
do
from.
not, but I didn't know if you had something special. As you
One
kind
day.
of think back for a moment, you didn't see any strange knocking, no uniqueness. However, most of the villagers were wearing not dark like cloth, but darker cloth that seemed to look more like simple, almost like potato sacks that were almost made of this darkened, blackened like fabric. Kind of taking a second, based on the description that you heard from Kez and Ned, thinking back, it sounds like this might be one of the villagers. And noting the last time you met one of those villagers in a similar outfit that was described, it tried to bite you and was diseased, as you found out.
So I'll like kind of lean down and kind of put a hand on either shoulder, like perhaps we try to find another way in. The door's barricaded, and I believe this figure might be similar to the friend who attacked us earlier, and if so, it's likely to charge out and attempt to bite us again.
I hold my shield above my head to make sure it doesn't drop on my head.
It's just on the fucking ceiling. But Ned, what about the floor?
They didn't burrow
Well-
out of the ground to kill you.
Not yet. Oh, are you talking about the smaller ones?
Yeah.
Ned starts
Somewhere.
panicking.
The blood skeletons, yeah.
No.
Ned, I have a question. Because wait, are these wooden houses or stone houses?
These are
Just
wooden
to-
houses.
Ned, do you have anything that could just like warp the wood?
I'm just taking
If
the
you
door
give
off
me
if I
like
can.
an hour, but no, not currently.
I'm gonna just take the
never
door
mind.
off. I'm gonna just cut the damn door off.
Give me a. All right, I'll take either craft woodworking or. Yes.
Prepare an action to like attack if the thing charges out as soon as he gets
Sure.
the door up.
Also,
Like, you know, defend the leader.
also take let's see, carpentry or sculpting, arguably. Any of those three.
Take armor smithing because you make shields out of wood.
No, it doesn't, because you've already got it prepared at that point and kind of curated. You're not having to tear apart raw wood in a sense.
Yeah, you do. You have to
My
shape
spear is
wood.
on my back. Kez, is it glowing currently?
It is glowing.
Yeah,
They all are supposed to be going.
yeah. My shield's also glowing.
Oh, good.
We just take a knowledge engineering.
Yes, actually, I would. That makes plenty of sense to me.
22.
22. I would have also taken dungeoneering in this because if you want to make an argument. As you kind of walk over, taking your tools out and kind of getting next to the door where the lock is, taking a moment to examine it. I mean, it's high off the ground, but as you kind of climb your way up onto one of the little side tables next to the door, people have left out to kind of enjoy their food when outside. Push it over, kind of climbing on top of it, taking your weapon or your weaponsmithing kit and beginning to just smack away at the lock as you hear the metal begin to bend and shatter, finally giving a loud crack as the lock cuts, or as the door pushes through, completely bending the metal as it does and shoving the door all the way through. As you look on the other side, or rather hear on the other side a heavy thud as you see a big metal padlock drop to the ground.
Hooray for dwarven engineering.
As you say that, two red eyes come out of the shadow, and I need an initiative roll from each of you.
Do I get my reaction?
You will, but I still will need your initiative roll.
Oh no.
Mm.
Which dice do I choose my fate?
The fate.
You know what? I'm gonna use the dice that I got for Christmas.
Ooh.
I keep rolling sixes. If I get a third, I'm going to summon the Antichrist.
16 for Ned.
16 for Ned.
Alright, let's see what initiative brings me. My brand new star dice. Let's see how
15
these
for
It's always
are.
good when the monk goes later.
Oh, sick! 18, 19, 21.
Do I need to roll
please.
separately for ice?
Ice goes on your turn.
Okay,
Yep.
that's what I thought.
Solid 20. I like
20? Okay. I
Not
thought
that it is really gonna matter.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it might. You never
Always.
know.
Always good when the healer goes before the martial class.
I like to hold my action.
Don't worry. It's not like Eider's about to get nut tapped.
Like, they'd have to reach really low.
Well,
That's
put-
fucked up.
He's short.
Well,
And
he
these
could just
figures
get.
were described as giant last session.
You know what? He might not get hit in the
He is
with a
giant.
hand, but he could get fucking kicked in the sack. That's for certain.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Oh yeah, I say, you know, that's
I'm a
true.
very armored cock, I'll have you know.
You've got the cod piece. That's mad respect.
Give me a
Bro's got a cup.
Oh
course.
god.
Dwarven,
No,
adamantine. cup,
Dwarven
thank you very
jockstrap.
much.
Look,
Yeah.
no self-respecting dwarf goes to war without a cup.
Yeah.
Oh god. Alright. Let me double check some note real quick for myself. I'll take a religion check from you, Eider, if you wouldn't mind.
Okay. 39.
39. All right, go ahead and keep that for your own knowledge. I won't. As your as your weapon begins to glow, I believe it's your hammer, right? Forget what weapon you use. Oh, you use your gauntlets most of the time, correct?
Yeah, but I do have an axe.
Axe.
That
That's it.
has-
That's what I was looking for. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got a dwarven battle axe.
As your axe begins to glow, you all see as it seems to glow with a almost good aligned amount or magic as the thing begins to kind of come to light, falling into a similar light to the sun's tear that seems to kind of decorate the majority of the armor, though the armor is still unseen on our dear friend Eider. Alright, with that in mind though, Eider, and your question answered at the top of the initiative, and for the person who had their held action, first off, Dom, what was your held action?
Yay! I think I quite literally said I just held an action to like punch something that charged out of the darkness. I'm going to punch something that charged out of the darkness. Pretty straightforward. Nothing
I'm
crazy.
excited!
Yay! This can only go well.
Yeah!
That's
And
the
it's an
spirit.
ooze.
It's not
Oh my gosh, that went completely off the table.
That's not news. That's a disease.
Oh, it was a cock 20 on the ground. That's stupid.
So-
Okay, well, my unless I can somehow cheese this with you know, just a little monk fuckery, it'll be a 10. It'll be a 10. Unless I get a second punch, it's just a 10, so I miss.
Alright, just a 10. Let me double check.
If this hits, I'll be so surprised.
That does not
Unless
hit.
unless I caught it by surprise somehow. No way.
No.
Reverse surprise.
He was expecting you at the door, but he was not expecting me to immediately swing.
Exactly, and that's what matters. I'm just pulling up
10-foot reach. He's like, whoa, shit, long arms on a dwarf.
No. Oh, okay. Let me pull up my note. God, where did my fucking document go? I keep looking up. It keeps taking me to the Pathfinder one. I don't know why. What did you do? Oh, that's why. It's because it's not called that. It's called this. Ah, okay. I forgot. D&D's got a funny way about. Okay. All right. With a swing coming out from you, Dom, going wide of the creature, but almost swinging in reflex and out of surprise, the creature easily dodging out of the way as it does. As that was your held action. I don't think anybody else had a held action. Just double checking. Totally not buying time for 2 seconds to look for something because D&D for some reason deleted my link.
Guys, quick. Bullshit held action.
I don't right. Where did it go?
I think Ned and Kez breathe as a held action.
Oh god. Let me see. And I don't have my my pocket DM here. I do apologize. Fuck, where the fuck? God damn it, where are you?
Alright, I found the piece of paper that tells me how many spell slots I had left from last session.
Oh, thank God.
That hurts me that you wrote it down.
I mean, otherwise I would have forgotten.
Would you have?
Yeah.
Oh, well that's unfortunate.
I mean, it's also been like 3
Unfortunate
weeks.
sons.
That it has been 3 weeks. You're not wrong. I'm really trying, guys. I don't know where my disease tab went. I'm trying to find it, but I don't know what happened to it.
Yay, it's been cured, there's no disease!
Oh no, I'm just gonna
Nice,
start making up shit. I'm a lot
Oh
cooler than
shit,
you.
that's even worse. Never mind, please find it.
Just give me a minute. I had a link to it before, but for some reason my link's broken, so... and
no.
now all I'm pulling is Pathfinder stuff, and Pathfinder's much
no.
worse.
No.
Oh.
Please, no.
Yeah.
You
Not
see,
again.
he's worried because he knows. I'm worried because the fear of the unknown is crippling.
Yes,
Is it?
agreed.
Kinda.
Where the fuck? Because that's poison. That's not what I want. Where did you go, you piece of shit?
Okay, this is scuffed, but it is a list of the diseases.
I'm not looking for the shitty website. I apologize. If that's what you're sending me, because there's a site that had it up there that I don't like.
I was trying to. It's just listed in like the forum post.
Look. Let's see. I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for a golem thing. I'm looking for the actual like page. There is one. It's just I've got to find it. Disease list.
Hang on. I'm gonna try to average my current rolls to see where we're at.
That's got shitty wiki. No, that's that. Well, is this homebrew? Oh, that's all homebrew. That'd be horrible.
I'm currently at an 8.2.
All right. Apologies for that. Somewhere, somehow, someone is an asshole on the internet and has removed a website that I was using. So, if that person's you and you're listening, well, I hope you'll have a great and fantastic day. All right. Where was I? Perfect. With that in mind, Dom, you got your hit off. I believe that was where we were at, and Kez and Ned did not have any specific, held actions, correct?
Nope.
I mean, I had my staff raised to bonk, but not specifically an attack action held, no.
Wait, how tall are you, Ned?
15...
Not taller than Dom.
15 and a half.
Unfortunately, with
He's
Dom
close.
kind of taking up most of the doorway in front of you, it's gonna be hard for you to get an attack. You can try to take a swing, but you do have a chance of hitting Dom.
I am very skinny. Just reach around me.
Oh
Just
no,
go-
the old reach around.
Oh,
The old
no.
reach around.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't stack tap Dom.
Would you like to try, Ned, or are you gonna instead hold?
Yeah, I'll just hold.
All right. No issues as we end up at the top of the initiative, and, well, still for the surprise round, as this creature was rushed for Eider. He's going to get his one attack off, and Eider, I apologize.
The arms of the angels fly away.
That's a 19 to hit.
Nope.
Nope. As the claws lightly clink off of your armor, as they dart out of the darkness and stab into you, illuminating the grayish skin of the creature, its reddish eyes fainting to a yellowish orange as it looks on at you, glazed and almost completely unaware as it ends its turn. All right. As we jump to the top of the initiative with Eider at the very front, Dom kind of standing right behind him, Ned and Kez behind that. Kez, you are up at the very back with about roughly 20, well, no, so they're large, so that'd be 10 and 10, 5, 10, 20, 25 feet between you and the doorway, Kez, as well as at least two and a half bodies, if you count Eider as half.
I'm so loved by my party.
Um,
Hey, that was the DM commenting on it. The party laughed at it. That ain't on me.
I'm going to see what I can do here. And I'm able to see the guy behind the doorway, correct?
You can see his head in the door. Yeah.
Alright, I would like to cast Guilt on our dear combatant.
Okay.
And I will need a will save.
A will save. You sure it's not wisdom save?
I was gonna say wisdom, but
I'll take
no,
a
it's
wisdom
will.
save, please.
No, will save.
I have a better modifier.
You shouldn't. It's the same thing.
You'll understand.
Damn.
Wow,
that's
there's
unfortunate.
as always, Kez. My rolls against you always above 15.
You know, they succeed more than not, and I'm very upset. But yeah, that passes.
That passes. He does not feel guilty for his actions.
Yeah, God, I wish, because that would have stopped him from doing anything for a whole round.
You haven't
Made Mark
moved.
that off. Yeah, I know.
I need to get you an Excel sheet where it's just like a quick click the button and boom, you know how many spell slots you have.
Yeah, right. Fuck it, I'll do it again. Another will save, please.
I can't do the same party trick twice in a row. Oh fuck! Apparently I
Are you
can.
kidding me?
You can.
That's a 19 with a +1. Okay, tonight the
That's
dice just
fucking
hate you, but they
bullshit.
like Ida apparently. Because I have a +9 hit and I can't roll above a 10.
All right. Yep, that's it.
As once again, you kind of leaning around Ned as you kind of look over, casting your spell as your holy symbol glows. The kind of magic beginning to glow around it, cracking and shattering almost instantly as the creature seems unbothered and continuing to drool as a reddish liquid kind of falls out of its mouth, staring at Eider, or as it stares at Eider. All right, Kez, as that ends your turn, Ned. Stick in hand, you got about 15 feet between you and this creature, and there is at least a full person and a half standing between you and them.
I'm gonna hang out. Dom can be my meat shield.
All right, gonna stand here. Any spells you're casting, or are you just holding your action?
Can I, from where I'm at, can I reach? Actually, no. I will reach out and tap Dom on the shoulder,
Okay.
and Ned will go, I hope nature's on your side, and give you guidance. So you have a
Ooh.
+1 to attack roll, saving throw, or skill check. You have to
Oh, hell
declare
yeah.
you're using it before you roll, though.
Yep.
Or is it like once per turn or something?
I think it's just once when you
It's
use
just
it.
one use.
Oh, just one use. Okay.
Yep.
How long does that last?
Let me check for
1 minute
so I
or
know.
until discharged.
Okay. So not overly long. Cool.
It's a level 0 spell.
I appreciate
No,
that.
just
Ida.
making sure I use it before it ends.
I appreciate
Very appreciated.
that. All right, Ned, as you
Put the
lightly
screenshot in chat.
tap Dom on the back, kind of saying these words as you do, Dom, the warmth of the magic kind of flowing through you as you feel it kind of take a hold. A light glow kind of faintly around you that seems to dissipate and fade slowly. All right. Anything else you'd like to do, Ned?
Nope, that's my turn.
All right. What about for Ice?
I actually, I would like to have Ice move back behind Kez and
Okay.
watch up the steps.
Okay. Got you. Ice will do so, following back, and then if you gonna give me,
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
He'll hold an action. Obviously, if anything comes at him, then
Okay.
he'll attack.
Okay. Give me a spot check with Ice's with Ice's bonus, which I don't remember if you are I think it's Anaconda. Or yeah. Just
Spot is wisdom. I don't think I get a bonus to wisdom. Yeah, just strength and dex.
Anaconda. Yeah.
But does the Anaconda want some?
No, because it's got no buns.
12 be a
shame.
+1.
+1. Yep. I think that sounds right, because it's large constrictor. Yeah.
Large viper,
Viper. Oh, got you. Okay.
but 12 wisdom, so +1.
You also have a +7 to spot.
Oh, good catch.
Yep. Or +6, actually. Sorry, small vipers have a +7. Apparently, large vipers have +6, which is unique. I don't know how your eyes getting bigger makes it harder to spot things.
I think it's
22.
just
All right.
little guys more
okay.
hyper aware.
Right. As Ice kind of starts watching out, looking through down the or up the stairs, back up towards where you guys had come, and kind of looking, keeping their head on a swivel. They ready themselves for anything coming up from behind. All right. As a snake grows, it requires glasses. It's true. Eider, with that, my dear friend, You are within 5 feet of striking distance of the large creature, and I do mean, huge creature. As you look up at it, seeing the shadowy figure, but having seen the grayish skin as it protrude, as well as the weird reddish boils on its arm that seem to come out as it clawed at you, it's clear this creature is diseased and mad of some sort, with the drool coming out of its mouth, kind of giving a light smoking from the wood that the wooden floors it lands on.
Mm-hmm. Now that I can actually get a pretty clear image of it, considering it's in my face, could I roll to identify this creature?
Yes. Give me a knowledge nature.
I shall do so. Oh, that's a 13.
Well, meets DC. So, in this case, this creature is called a Fairlin. They are considered a subtype in this world of stone giants, generally, and typically are used for... Dumb labor is a kind term. But typically, most often, physical labor, as that's what they're built for. They don't lack in much, or they don't have much in intelligence, and typically lack even more in wisdom or charisma, but are physically very capable creatures that follow orders and are usually very peaceful and almost docile, following orders without really much of a command. These creatures are also most often known to follow around a higher ranked giant of some sort, as they don't typically live on their own, as they can't typically defend themselves without orders. They need some sort of leadership, and they do not work well with each other without it. So your own knowledge. Beyond that, Fairlands are also typically noted as, most people consider them just a diseased giant species, but that's just a terrible rumor for what they look like.
Gotcha. So does this guy look the same, or just slightly different than the other guy that we had fought in the other house? Because I remember him also being a Fairland giant.
Almost very similar features by the looks of it. It's not close enough to where you'd say they were like brother and sister, but you definitely are. Given your time enough with giants now, you're sure you see some familiar features amongst them.
Gotcha. I meant more physiologically.
Yes.
If it was okay. And I ready heft. My axe has undead bane on it. Does that activate against this guy or no?
It does.
Okay. I yell out. It's undead.
That's good to hear.
As you yell undead, thank you for that. That is the exact command word I was looking for, as below Ned, 2 bloody skeletons start to climb out of the ground.
Oh no.
Holy shit, I'm a necromancer, guys.
However, good news, they don't go until the end of the
Kesnock's
initiative.
eyes glow red. You're what now?
Oh no!
As the skeletons kind of come out of Ned, due to their strength and due to their frailty, they cannot maintain square, so they are pushed to either side of Ned, but Ned, you now are considered flanked with a bloody skeleton on either side of you. Once again.
Good.
So it doesn't matter if Ned is in the center or in the back.
No
matter
should have him
what,
at the
he will be
back, so that
surrounded by
way,
creatures.
You know what's funny is I just had it listed as who's ever in third place of the elite team. I was fully, I didn't think it would be Ned.
It probably would have been Kez if we hadn't swapped.
Yeah, I probably would have too.
Just said a note of this pops up here if this key command word gets going. I appreciate you today.
How about next time the note is if Ned, don't.
But as you say this, you feel the ground begin to rumble, and as you look behind you, you see as these skeletons covered in just fresh blood begin to pull themselves out of the ground, as Ned screams a high-pitched scream, jumping up off the ground, kicking them to the sides, like they're mice and he's a housewife, trying to get them away from him. They get pushed out to either side of him as they begin to kind of stabilize, readying their weapon at him. Ned looking very nervous, and Kez looking a little excited, I imagine. To stay in guard, says Ned in his head. But Eider, as you take your axe out, is that 14 to hit?
Apparently. I rolled like dog shit. God damn.
As you turn to swing at the Fairland giant in the cloak, the swing goes wide as the creature easily kind of moves its leg away from you as you go to swing, almost seeming like it anticipates it as a liquid. Some of the liquid from its mouth kind of falls out, again hitting the ground and beginning to make it smoke.
I've been very thoroughly distracted by the surprise skeleton bone boy attack.
And screaming Ned. Yeah.
Think for a moment. Remember very vividly the very near-death experience that has been very recent, shall we say. Reach back behind me and just like with a pulse of magic, let out a little cone that surrounds my 3 allies and the snake. I think because it's a 30-foot cone.
10, 20. Yes, it would just barely hit ice. Yes.
Excellent. Then everybody gets a little sanctuary for a round.
Ooh.
Just a little cone of sanctuary. So I'm the only target that they can hit freely, which hopefully doesn't backfire immediately.
You're the only target they can hit
Preventing
freely?
me from attacking the undead, you bastard!
Well, no. They get like the effect of sanctuary. They just have to roll against it. I don't affect myself with it because I'm not one of the targets.
Well, isn't like
Gotcha.
a sanctuary? It's like you can't attack something and they can't attack you, right?
No, it's
they have to make a will save.
Yeah, it's if they attack you, they just have to make a will save.
Yeah, and if you attack it, the effect just ends.
Mhm.
It's only lasting for a round though, so it just hopefully wastes their action.
Now, yeah, so till your next turn. Okay.
Yep. That'd be the end of my turn, and it is Dom's.
As you swing and kind of look back towards the group as your blade goes wide, the scream of Ned kind of catching your attention as you immediately cast Sanctuary out from your gauntlets. The spell kind of enveloping each of you as you feel the warm glow of a strange symbol that looks to be almost an anvil made of pure magic, kind of seeming to invoke around you, and seems to slightly fade as it dissipates. Noticing the skeletons kind of seem to take not an actual step, but seem to rear back slightly as they look on it as Eider ends his turn. All right, Dom, you were correct, Eider. Dom is up.
Really?
Yep.
And I swear we didn't go through everyone else already, but yeah, I guess it is.
Oh, you're
me.
right. We'll go to the enemies first. All right. So the villager's gonna hit. No, go ahead.
So the villagers come out and they do the YMCA real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right onto Kez's face.
Maya, get out of your own way, Maya.
So I currently have 10 feet in front of me, big guy. Directly behind me is one of these bloody bones.
Yeah,
guys.
behind you, and to basically throwing. If the up top of the map would have been west, that would be northwest and southwest or southeast. Yes, would be northwest and northeast would be the two directions the skeletons are from you. Yeah, just standing there, kind of looking over at you menacingly.
Okay, so I'm not like directly flanking with Ned.
You are.
Oh, I am. Okay. Is there attention on Ned directly or just in general?
The creatures look to be kind of looking over towards Eider after the sanctuary spell to be as they seem to have been a little put aback from the thing suddenly enveloping around you all.
I think Dom knowing that if he hits one of them, the sanctuary effect ends, I will aim for the giant instead. I'm also hoping killing the giant will dispel these things. So I'm not going to move.
Okay.
We shall be conducting
Just gonna
some flurries of blows, gentlemen.
punching over Eider's head.
Oh yeah,
Eider just feels the whoosh.
It's heads
What's up?
or should I say heads down?
Minor clarification.
Yes.
Sanctuary is not unlike invisibility. It breaks if you take offensive action.
Yes.
Oh,
so
it just
the
ends
moment
in
you
general.
swing, you no longer have sanctuary. Yep.
Yeah.
So you can choose not to attack. It is up to you.
You can theoretically hold your action until after the skeletons go, if you wanted to, or you could just say fuck it and gamble.
I think I might just say fuck it. Because I don't want them to overwhelm Ned too soon. I might as well draw aggro from one. Let me double check something.
Probably get it from both. You'll be the only other legal target besides me.
I was gonna say, just remember, out of all of the people who can take these hits, Kaz and Eider are literally built to be hit or be swung
I
at.
have decent AC now, and I'll assign a dodge bonus. It'll be okay.
Okay.
I say that you'll proceed to roll like 2 nat 20s or something. I'm going to hit one of them. Just whatever. Are they equal distance away?
Yes, they are.
One on the left of Dom
Okay.
just gets it, just because of vibes. So I will do this first set of flurry of blows and see where I'm at. Because I'm flanking, I will get my sneak attack if I hit.
Okay.
And because no, I'm gonna save it. Okay, yeah, I'm just attacking. So that will be, So the first one. But let me find my flurry of blows sheet because it's been a bit. How do I flurry my blows? Teach me.
Well,
Oh,
see,
notes.
I typically like to just keep throwing hands until something hits. That's usually how it works.
Yeah. That tends to be a good system.
That's how I
So
operate.
that's a 17 for the first flurry blow hit.
17 just meets.
And then the next one's a 24.
Nice!
So 2 punches, let's go. Damage time. I haven't had to roll this in a while. I don't usually hit things. Okay. So, first one. Second, just for the base, is that. Oh boy, I'm running out of d6s, guys.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind for next year, Dom. You're just gonna get a bunch of random decorative
I just need just a
D6s.
ton of d6s. I'll play exclusively, like,
And that's when you play
monks
a
and rogues.
non-caster and just do like fighter and don't need them. Mhm.
Yeah. I'll just do exclusively fighters. Okay, sneak attacks.
Yeah, don't
That,
forget the
and
acid
then-
damage. They are not immune. That is correct.
Yeah, I'm adding the acid damage. I'm adding it all up so I could just list it off to you. So I figured it'd be easier. And now I'm thinking maybe it wouldn't have been, but hey, too late. We're already here.
I'm done with it. What we got?
So 1d6. Oh boy. Plus the wisdom. So the first hit, the first punch is a 6 of the magical bludgeoning,
Okay.
plus a 10 for the 9 for the acid, plus a 4 for the sneak attack. That's
They're
the first.
Dead. They don't take sneak attack.
They don't
do
get
not
sneak
take sneak attack, but that's okay. I already accounted for that.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, cool. Then I'll just remove that die. My second punch of the first flurry of blows is another 7 magical bludgeoning.
Ooh, 7 bludgeoning. Let me check.
Yes. Got him with the 1-2.
Yeah, Jesus. All right.
Does not
okay.
usually happen. These are some good rolls. I'm going to die next round.
As you swing into him, yeah. Is that all right? Any other damage to add to that?
Is he still up?
He is still up.
Okay, second flurry of blows.
Oh no! As the second round of punches just goes swooshing into the into the bloodied skeleton.
So that plus that do.
Yep,
So
Dom's
that
got it.
Yeah. So the first one
Mhm.
is a 19.
That hits.
Second one is only a 12, so I believe that would miss.
That does miss.
Okay, so re-rolling these. So that's just another 5.
5.
Magical bludgeoning.
All right.
Yes.
And then no acid for that.
I don't believe. Is it every hit I do, or is it just once per?
It should be unless it states it's once per. It should be every strike. Otherwise.
Oh, then I need to add to the one previous hit as well. So thank you for that.
Yeah, 'cause I think it's just a excretion or something.
So it's another 10 for this one, and then the previous hit would have been a 9.
Whew. Okay.
Yeah.
All
That
right.
is wild. I have not been adding that to attack, I don't think.
As the rib bones go flying, kind of off to the side, the one of the arms getting launched off and slamming into a wall. You kind of watch as the bloody skeleton goes piece by piece. However, Dom, as you did fit. Oh no, you have gauntlets. Never mind.
Yep.
Ignore me. I forgot about that. You weren't just punching with your bare hands. I was about to say.
Nope.
Yeah, as you watch, a little strange, thick, bloody mist kind of, or bloody goop kind of getting onto your gauntlets as you see this almost like sap-like material stick to it as some of the bone chunks seem to begin to pile up on it. As you swing one after another, though the creature stays standing, missing one arm, a few of its ribs, and what looks to be the bottom of its jaw. The creature looks to be in rough shape, though. It may be on 1 HP.
Dom's gonna breathe. So Dom turns on this thing, and Ned just watches Dom, complete neutral face, just like shattering punch, shattering punch. Looks at Ned because we're flanking with it, and it's just like, I trust you can finish this one off.
Skeleton be like, I didn't hear no bell.
I didn't hear no bell. It's the fucking Black Knight from Monty Python.
Exactly.
Just but a scratch.
Just a scratch.
As Dom kind of begins to swing on this creature. Dom, is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I just give Ned a thumbs up.
Giving Ned a thumbs up, the skeleton wearing and somewhat cracked and broken as it looks over at Ned after seeing the thumbs up and looks over at Dom, seemingly replicating the action as it also gives a thumbs up with its one remaining arm. All right.
He's kind of chill, actually. Wait a second.
Exactly, and with that, because Dom's within reach, and the creature not being able to actually hit either, last time is going to see if it can smack Dom. Let's see, Dom.
The big giant.
Yeah, on the doorway.
Yeah, that reach. Mutual reach.
I just need, it's just
Giant.
a touch attack, okay.
We could be shaking hands.
Oh, no. No, he's about to touch you in all the wrong ways.
No. No.
Dom, please take a look at this piece of paper and tell us where.
Does that hit your? Does 13 hit your touch attack? Or your touch AC?
My touch. Let me find.
It might
What's
not
my
actually.
No, it does not.
Fuck! Not the monk. No.
Tom's not even looking. He's looking at the bloody bones, and the giant just like whips right past my head.
Alright, he is going to swing a second time for it, as he is not going to move. Is that 22?
On touch still?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, real quick.
It's a monk. To be fair, I may have still missed. I don't know.
Let me double check just a thingy, just to make sure I didn't get. Nope, I don't think I got anything last level up. Yeah, that will sadly hit.
All right.
Sadly,
I need a will save.
You've been given.
Okay, I'm going to
AIDS.
add the sanctuary to this.
Sanctuary's already
the
broken.
bonus.
No, guidance.
Sorry, guidance.
Guidance.
Yeah, I mixed up my words.
No worries. Yep. Will save DC 11. Let's see what you got.
Okay, so that DC 11. Oh, I might have already made it. Yeah, I actually got just 11 with that +1. Whew, roll bad.
Alright. Good news! You're only going to get half of this. So you take 2
Yay.
points of negative energy damage.
Oh shit.
Remind me what energy damage does.
Basically, so for undead, it heals them, in a sense. Basically, in the short end, it is just a damage type. It's basically like
I thought it
typical.
was like,
Go ahead.
yeah, like negative levels or something. I was about to freak out.
No. This is as you recognizing this spell for Ned. This would be the spell Inflict Light Wounds.
Oh.
As the creature kind of swipes at you, its claws glowing as it does, a strange emblem on its chest underneath its cloak beginning to glow a sickening blackened coloration that seems to give an eerie green light out of it. As it does, a strange feeling almost comes over all of you as you feel the evil begin to pull. Are any of you evil-lined, by chance?
No. That would be a shocking reveal, though.
Nope. Kez!
Could you imagine? No, I'm not evil.
Dom? Would you like to answer that question?
What? I'm neutral.
Dom, I got good news for you, Dom. You're gonna prove why that's not true here in a second. Dom, I need a will save.
Guys,
Me too,
this is a little bit
Brute.
awkward. I have a reason. I have a reason. I didn't get explained. We never had the RP session.
I
It's
knew I
alright.
sensed evil on you.
As you begin to sense the evil around begin to fluctuate.
That will be a 15. We'll say.
Dom, you can now add 1d6 of evil damage to all of your rolls.
Oh, add it?
Yes.
Wait, permanently?
This is a temporary effect while that's going on from what seems to be this creature. As I assume the party's slowly starting to realize what this undead is.
Wait, but that wouldn't be good against these guys because they're evil.
As the rest of you begin to see, Dom begins to almost give off this evil aura to them, their eyes beginning to redden, their body beginning to slightly change and shift and giving off this scarier appearance to it as you look on. Their features sharper. Mm-hmm.
Flavor-wise, I'd like to say that Ned and Kez also see like a flicker of the soul he had absorbed just moments ago of this other same giant like flicker around him as like the energy shifts.
As you see the crackling of a strange green light and hear a wailing kind of coming from all around Dom naturally. All right.
This can't be good.
That ends his turn. Go ahead, Kez. Go ahead, Kez. Ugh.
You think you know a guy.
Right? I will say to all of you though, Dom still seems to be neutral, like as far as your natural sense of alignment goes. Keeping that in mind. But they do now have a natural
to the
evil.
contrary.
Hey, I've got a medical condition, man. We've discussed this.
Listen, you're gonna have some explaining to do. Enough said.
I already have explaining to do.
As the ground darkens, the skeletons are up, and as Dom is now being recognized as one of them, unfortunately they only have one target to go after, and I have the reach, thankfully. So come here, Hyder.
Gimme.
All right, I'll do both. I'll do all four real quick just to save us some time. All right. I think I have to. I crit once.
Oh no! No!
Fuck! Wait, does now I'm going to guess a 19. Yeah, that does not hit. All right, so it's just an auto. I assume only one of those hits then, which is the auto hit. All right, cool. This hurts. I mean, I get to do this, which is nice. So here's the claw damage as the bloody bones attack. You're immune. Fuck you. God damn it. So you take 6 points of slashing damage.
Part of our plan.
Plus another 3 points of evil damage. Yeah. Well, it is. Oh no, it is not magical in this consideration. They are not considered magical weapons for their claws.
Yep.
And then 3 points of evil damage.
Hooray.
As these skeletons kind of just slash at them, even the one that seems to be cracked and broken, finally, as he gets his hit in, seems to manage to slash into Eider with his one good arm, managing to cut Eider lightly across the cheek as he kind of... Actually, no, you have a full headpiece, don't you?
Yeah.
Really, I imagine it's more like just getting punched in the stomach, like as you get hit, as this creature's not going to cut through your armor anytime soon.
He just like finds like the tiniest little like gap and like sticks his finger in. He's like,
little jab in the little poke in the wrong position.
A little scrape on your iris.
Right to the soft bits.
All right.
You dick.
Let's back up to the top of the initiative as that ends their turn. Unless Eider would like to say another key word for me. No? Okay. I was hoping.
Abracadabra.
Kill Dom.
There's another one?
There's another one! No.
There's so many sessions. You're just gonna turn on me like that. Don't have to defend myself
joking.
more.
Traitor!
Right? Alright.
What have I done to betray you?
Kez, as you look on, these skeletons are still within 5 feet of your range as they stand on either side of Ned. Ice kind of standing behind you, and this dark, almost kind of dreary and eerie cloud, kind of mist-like cloud beginning to pick up at your feet as you look down. Again, seeing Dom kind of almost enveloped in this mist for a moment before coming out of it, changing and looking a little bit more sinister.
Well then. First off, we're gonna finish off the one skeleton that Dom was whacking.
Oh yeah.
He says, "Finish me, Daddy."
Oh my.
Oh, I
In what
will.
language?
In what language? Abyssal,
fire.
and suddenly Kez is broken into two. But no, go ahead.
All right, let's see.
What do you got, Kez?
18.
18. Hits.
All right. I mean, I'm almost positive whatever. I mean, if you were true about 1 damage, I'll at least be able to do that. But I would like the will save, please, for my,
Just in
blowing up
case.
undead. Just because I feel like it.
You know, dude, he's got 1 arm. Come on, man. It's an 8.
Well, there you go. Yep, disruption. That's what we love to see. Wow.
As his back turned, focusing on Eider, suddenly just imploding into dust as the bones vanish, eviscerating immediately, the armor and arms kind of dropping to the ground as they do.
And I'll hit the other one as well.
Oh shit! Okay.
Hopefully we'll get both of them.
Hopefully.
All right, rolling.
Oh, Eider! God damn it! Fucking Master Roshi ass laugh.
Oh, that was a good one.
Thank you.
All I'm saying is you're not playing the game right if you're not
Oh
inflicting
man,
sanity
one
damage to
away
your
from
DM.
a crit.
God damn it.
Oh well. So that is 23 to hit.
Ooh, fuck! Yeah, that hits. Youch.
All right, will save, please.
No.
Oh.
I refuse.
They're going on strike.
Oh,
That's a
beat you automatically.
21.
Damn it! Why?
Thank you, Ned. It was the naked man powdering himself up that inspired me.
when they've got like 1 HP left, they'll fail. But when they're all the
Yep.
way out, nah, it doesn't. God damn.
As Kez
Alright.
kind of like a smile on his face, knowing that he's gonna kill this creature, he's turning a finger gun in the air, blasting towards the creature, expecting the magic to take hold. And as the creature kind of looks back, confused, turning its head, Kez just grabbing his hammer and going for the swing and annoyance. Let's see.
All right. I assume these are also they're immune to the poison because it's a fortitude save.
Correct.
Let's see. We are going to have 10 magical bludgeoning because it's a silvered weapon as well, and we are having 4 lightning damage.
Ooh! No. Oh. Alright. As you slam into the side of the skeleton, watching its arm bash away, the electricity kind of causing the entire body to jolt, the strange red, almost jam-like material that's kind of slathered across the body of the creature seems to begin to jolt and fry, a nasty, almost like burnt meat smell coming off the creature as you look over at it. Its skull kind of continuing to spin until its arms go up to grab it and stops it, kind of staring at you.
That's funny. Alright, well, that's my turn.
Alright, Kez, as you, looking over at the, kind of a little upset the creature did not die, looking down at the holy symbol, wondering if it's you or if it's something you've done. A moment.
Do I need a little blue pill or something for this to work?
Oh no.
Oh my.
That's hey, when your goddess is failing you,
That'll
it's
make
true.
one of your wands work.
Yes! That was good.
I am underperforming today.
Alright. With Kez is
And I'm
on.
overperforming. This is great.
Kez, to be fair, you're a power bottom. It's okay. Sometimes you just got to lay there and take it, you know?
It is what it is.
Yeah, Ned, with that, actions having been held, nothing are now these skeletons now around you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna whack the one that's near me.
Alright.
Let's see.
As its head stops spinning, looking over at Kez as you go to smack it from behind. He's got his baseball bat swing up, and he
13.
misses.
Nice.
As the skeleton like lightly steps to the side, looking like trying to avoid Kez, the swing of the quarterstaff goes wide.
And the other way.
As Ned seems to almost like a full spin, just keeping the momentum going, coming back around, widening out his swing, the head getting hit. Go ahead and roll damage, Ned. That hits. See how hard you can thwack.
And it's bludgeoning.
God damn it. Alright, so I hate to tell you this. I got a resistance to bludgeoning.
I had
All the
a
way around.
feeling. But...
Skeletons.
Yeah. So, they take 0 damage as you hear the thwack, seeing Ned's arms reverberate a little bit, and the skeleton not even registering as it continues to stare at Kez. Alright, Ned, as you end your turn, I'm sorry. Ice, you're up. What would you like Ice to do, Ned?
Why do we
Gave you
keep
guys
running
one
into-
job.
You are
Why do we
correct.
keep running into skeletons that are resistant to bludgeoning?
No,
God fucking
you
damn
are
it.
right. My apologies. He is right. I was reading that wrong.
Oh, okay.
Nope, he was right. Thank you. I did just catch that. I have it written in my notes, and I have the monster sheet pulled up on a different tab. I wasn't looking at the monster sheet, and I see what you mean now.
Yep.
Still barely bonk it.
Yep, still stare a little crack on the back of its head. You know, it's still something. Ice being about 10 feet from the creatures, so. Or from the skeleton. Sorry, 15
try to
feet. 15, my
Bite
apologies.
out at it.
Huh? You're gonna bite out at it?
Yeah.
What's your reach? I think you've got... Yeah, you've got 20-foot reach, right? Let me see. I can never remember.
It's large.
It's 10 foot with a 5-foot step. Yep, you can hit. So, yeah, that works. Go ahead and roll to see if the snake can hit. 21 hits. Oh, is Ice gonna
nice.
steal the kill from Kaz?
God, I fucking hope not.
4 damage.
All right, 4 damage, and that's from its bite. I
I
assume?
imagine it's poison immune.
It is poison immune, sadly.
Okay.
All right.
Then I think it will go ahead and
Is it
bite again.
Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, it does say that. Yeah. Fuck. Wow. All right. Bite again. Let's see what you got. As Ice takes
19.
a chomp, that hits. Oh shit. Can Ice do max damage again?
Oh wow.
Do it as Ice tears away at the first leg, pulling it out from under the skeleton, kind of hopping as it does. Ice grabbing the second leg as it does, the skeleton falling to the ground and collapsing as the skull slams on a rock with an eerie crunch as the thing stops moving. Kez, as you look on, a little irritation in your from your experience as you see the snake kind of steal the kill.
Ice is the true main character. Ned, Robert, you're playing Ice.
I am the support character.
Yeah, Ned's the companion.
Yeah, and Kez just turns to dust right then.
To be fair, the large viper does have better stats, I think. Oh man. But no, as it bites down, tearing into the creature, as it does, ending its turn. I assume nothing else, Ned, from Ice?
Nope, that's it.
All right, perfect. Eider, with this seeing that this creature just did, or the the giant in the building just managed to cast and inflict wounds onto Dom, and managed to cast off another spell that caused evil to take hold. What would you like to do as it is back to you?
All right. Well, time to test a little bit of a theory.
Oh no.
The game.
And then we'll figure it out past that. So does this guy have a touch AC? Because I've got like an insane bonus right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You could fail to roll.
Did I?
No. Giants not known for their dexterous abilities, and neither are undead
Speak for
giants.
yourself.
Yes.
Backwards.
Let me kill you real quick, Dom. We'll see how dexterous you are after this. But yeah, go
Yo,
ahead,
hey, my
Ryder.
party's already gonna do that, buddy.
Go ahead, Ryder.
All right. So I'm hitting him with the daylight insert. Just
Ooh, okay.
right in the middle of the chest, because I've noticed that these guys have been like trying to shroud themselves. So I'm wondering if light does anything horrible to them. Also, 31 damage.
And that you said you're using daylight? Let me double check something to make sure this is the correct spell I'm thinking it is, because I have been told every damn time, like the prismatic spray, I always forget that spells are slightly different. Or I misremember. No, it is the one I think it is. Oh, shit. Okay, I need a roll fortitude save. Give me a minute. 1d20. Shit. Okay. So that is, ouch! Give me a moment just to update that. As you see, Eider, as you kind of flipping through your spell, looking for the word, or the spell scales that you have, each of them having like the different spells kind of emblazoned onto them, a few of your other machinations to kind of for your inserts, that's what I'm looking for, kind of going through your inserts and kind of putting one in with daylight on it. As you hold your hand out, and immediately a beam as bright as daylight begins to shoot out, blowing into the creature. You watch as its cloak immediately erupts into a cloud of smoke. The creature, immediately now its skin exposed with all these nasty red blisters, seems to take an immense amount of burning damage as its stomach begins to almost incinerate, the creature yelling and screeching as it does. As the beam of daylight kind of ends, a large indent in its stomach can be seen all the way to the back of its spine. No guts, nothing seemingly there, only a burnt in this hole and the smell of burning flesh. The light looking of the spine being in a slightly awkward bent angle. Yes, no, I know. By the way, that does also mean, Dom, your evil effect is no longer in effect. You are back to normal.
Yay! I'm cured.
All right.
You cannot be cured from evil so easily. The Inquisition still have words.
Yeah, Kez watching the darkened shadows pull away from you, and writing his little notebook. Potential heretic? Question mark.
Listen, hey, did they notice that? Did Kez even notice that? There's a lot going on.
Oh yes. Oh, clearly.
I continue to not be able to roll above a 10. God damn it, Dom. Why have you cursed me? I we're back
What?
with an axe attack and completely whiff.
What's the hit to hit? 16?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that doesn't.
That does not. No, you miss it by 1.
Oh.
As you go to swing, the creature seemingly a little more jumpy, but kind of taking a moment as your blade comes near its stomach, or where its stomach was a moment ago. It seems to pull back at the last second as it seems to glare at you. A cautious look in its eyes as the creature's blisters begin to pop, little red bits of ooze beginning to fall on the floor and cause a light burning kind of smoke coming off of it.
I just give it the Morpheus. Come at me, bro.
Creature drilling a little bit of red drool, oozing a hole in its stomach as you kind of give it the challenge. The light fire pit coals in the background to give just enough ambiance as you do. All right, as you end your turn, Eider. Dom.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me.
You know, that is really the statement of Dom's entire storyline so far.
So, just to clarify, are both? It's just the one Bloody Bones that died, right? Or are they both?
They're both dead.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't recall. I was looking at some stuff on my sheet when Kez did the first attack.
No
Okay,
worries.
cool. So I turn at the giant that just, hit me while my back was turned, and then did something weird to me because Dom doesn't understand magic, and Dom's just gonna go. I already dealt with one of you before, and I'm just gonna flurry of blows again. Fuck it.
All right.
He's weak. He's hunched over.
Hey,
I'm
Dom.
gonna aim for his weak little stomach.
Hey, Dom, I have a question for you just so I know this. Are you disease immune?
Yeah. I will double. I don't believe I am.
Hey, good news, Dom.
Gauntlets and stuff though.
I found the disease.
Oh no. No! You put that back?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna have a good time here in a minute.
But gauntlets, right? They're good.
Well, hopefully.
Yeah. I have gauntlets, and I canonically have my hands wrapped in bandages. It's part of my Hero Forge design.
Quick, get rid of it!
Quick, guys! If I go down, I have an antitoxin on my person, and a potion of lesser
Do
restoration.
you remember the slimy doom?
Who knows?
Oh,
maybe
no.
maybe the ultraviolet radiation will help kill the disease before it infects you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's a 16 and then an 8 to hit.
16 it does not hit, and neither does an 8.
Yeah. Okay, so just gonna.
You do not have to make the fortitude save, as you did not make contact with the creature.
Yes, I did not make contact.
As the creature managing to easily dodge out of the way and moving its chest down, trying to get you to hit the boils as you kind of stop your attack each time from trying to hit these things, pulling your hand away.
Do I notice that it's trying to like get me to burst its boils?
It does. Yes, it very clearly is showing itself trying to do so. It's not hiding its actions by any means.
Okay, that's concerning. Do I have? No, the issue is I don't think I have anything that can hit it other than my sling, which is not gonna do like anything.
Also, you've got Ned right behind you, so your sling is gonna be. I don't know. I think. Oh, I don't know if there's if sling has the drawing or has a drawing notion or not. I can't recall. 3.5.
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Just because it's such a
Makes sense.
little range.
It doesn't, but it will provoke an attack if you do it right in his face, because you are using a ranged weapon.
I'm within 10 feet. Too. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna.
5 foot step back.
Lose again. Do I have any cool abilities first before I get myself infested?
Dom, you might be able to 5 foot step back.
You can 5 foot step back on any attack action. Do realize that?
What is my range? What is my sling gonna do? Well, actually.
Not get you diseased.
A D4 of damage, which is more than you dying from disease in the background.
+1.
Remember the issue.
Also,
Ned almost died because you don't have anything to get rid of this disease.
We have potions of lesser restoration. Or did that not work? Is it the same
restoration
disease?
Can't get rid of disease.
It can help counteract some of the damage of it. But
Yeah, like
Ken
the
would
energy.
have to,
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
yeah, because had to roll really high checks to survive.
Yeah, I think I have really high heal checks which can fight disease.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to do a thing, but I'm very concerned Eider might get caught in the crossfire. Eider, how good do you think you are at not getting crushed?
I mean, I've got a pretty high AC right now, but you're looking for Hail Mary things, and we're very comfortable in this combat right now.
It's not a Hail Mary. It's not a Hail Mary. It's just a chaotic move that could potentially kill him. Probably wouldn't. Fine. I think Dom's smarter. If I was Sigrun, man, I would have just punished him. I think Dom's smarter than to get infested. So I will, no, if I take a 5 foot step, I just couldn't act.
No, that's part of
Regardless.
that's part of an attack action. That's an actual that's a normal D&D rule.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, anytime
I'll...
you plan to swing at someone, you can take a free 5 foot step forward or backwards as part of that.
I will. Okay, is part specifically an attack action or just like general?
It is an attack action because it's got to be with the intent of you're trying to hit the target.
No,
yeah.
It's a free action once per round.
Is it free?
Yeah, it's a free action once per round. If you take a 5 foot step, you cannot take a movement action to actually move.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. Cool. What is? Yeah. So I guess I'll 5 foot step back then. I would get an attack of opportunity, wouldn't I?
5 foot steps specifically are an exception to provoking.
Cool.
Correct.
All right. I could, guys. I'm gonna sling this guy in the face so hard. 5 foot step back. Aim it up. I'm going for the eye. I don't think I get anything specific to this bonus.
That'd be funny if this
Okay,
is
not
where
in
they
that
quit.
one. Not in that
Okay.
one. If a powerful, incredibly strong 6. I
Does-
rolled a 2 on the die.
Does not hit, sadly.
Dom went from being the coolest guy in this fight to just standing there being like, well,
No.
Lighter, I think you've got this.
There's a rule in a game that I might implement here in the next campaign for hitting your teammates a little bit more, but not this one. This is our newbie-friendly campaign still.
Hey, listen, Ider's so far down from where I'm aiming.
Don't push
He should
it.
be fine.
Don't. I'll do it. No. I will make you swing at him. He is still tall enough. Don't hurt his pride. He has worked hard for you. But Dom, as you go to kind of take a
He's
step
tall and
back.
hard.
Oh god. Taking a step back, kind of pulling out your sling as you kind of begin to wind it up, letting go as the rock goes flying. It seems to go clattering into the back of the building as it does, seemingly slamming into one of the walls and then falling to the ground. The creature kind of looking back for a second and then looking over at Eider. Eider, a tear down his face as he realizes what's going on in the background. Alright.
Just hear Dom's internal monologue.
Dom, is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my.
Alright.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Dom, you are still within my range, and I can hit you.
5 foot? Step back. 15
Yeah,
foot
that
total?
puts you at 15
Oh.
feet from me, and I still
But
have...
I didn't. Hey, someone just daylighted this guy. Just throw it out there.
Huge actually only has a 10-foot range.
You know what? That's a fair point. No, yeah, I know, but if you, this creature specifically says 15
Hey,
foot.
listen.
I gotcha.
Just throw it
I
out
mean,
there.
yeah, he was because
If you look them up, they have. It's because they have long arms. Sorry, I mean, go ahead. What were you saying?
Didn't he? Was he? Because he casted inflict wounds, right? And
Correct.
He did that without touching somebody.
No, he did touch Dom.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
he
for a second,
grabbed
I
me.
was very worried for a second that he
No.
cast a touch attack with range touch. I'm like,
He
what
just
the
needs
fuck?
to touch you in his mind.
Yeah, exactly. You know what, Dom? You make a good point. Eider, you did just blow me away with daylight, so I've got to go out. This is a fucking
And
problem. Me and
he's
you.
in front, you know.
I did taunt him as well, and I am still exuding daylight as we speak.
Exactly. So for that, hey, if you wouldn't mind, I need to make a touch attack against you.
Okay.
That is a 28.
Yeah, that hits.
Now I finally roll well. The one time I didn't need to, because I know your touch AC ain't that good. Yeah. I need a fortitude or will. You do have to pick, apparently.
Interesting.
Fortitude means you'll take partial damage. Will negate.
We'll do fortitude, I guess.
All right.
Or is it Phantasmal Killer? 'Cause you
Nope.
have to do
God, no. This dude is not that high of a caster. I wish. Bro, I just cast inflict wounds on you. There's no way I'm casting Phantasmal Killer.
Well, you say that. It's Phantasmal Killer isn't that high a level of a spell.
That's fair. I think it's like 5th though. But yeah. So fortitude or will save.
It's 23 fortitude, 25 if it's magic.
Okay, 25 in that case. Cool. Good to know. So that does succeed. So you will only take partial.
What spell level is it? Because I could just slurp
This
it.
is a 1st level spell.
Gotcha.
Uh.
I'll let it go through. I want to see what's going on. Actually, what the fuck spell is it? I can't
This
think of fucking-
this is chill touch.
Oh, cool.
Ice.
I'm immune.
Yeah, you did. I was gonna say you succeeded the strength save. So you won't have the strength drain. So you won't get the strength drain. You'll just take the 1d6. Wait, how are you immune? Hold on. What?
Soulfire armor.
Wait, does your soulfire armor make you? How? Hold on.
I'm immune to negative energy.
Oh, that's right. Yep, never mind. All right, yeah. As the creature goes to swipe at you with its claws, as it does, I will make a save for the will, for the for the daylight being around. Make sure that's the right modifier. Sorry, that's a +1, so that's a 14. Does that beat your DC plus your caster level plus or spell level plus the 10? I think it is. Yeah. Hold up, let me make sure.
Not sure because Spellfire just has a flat DC.
No, I'm talking for the daylight thing.
Oh, it just emits the daylight. I don't think we ever
Yeah, so
caster level or anything.
here. So it would be in a sense, basically a will save based on your DC spell DC save. So it would be 10 plus caster level plus spell level, I think it was, or is it just 10 plus spell level? Can't remember.
Well, it's mod plus the thing, but
Yeah, there you go.
Spellfire also just doesn't have like a scaling DC. It just has like the flat one.
Oh, then you'll just use a flat. Yeah, so that's fine.
Gotcha.
So does a 15 or 14 succeed?
No.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. All right. So as his cloak does not come back, the creature trying to swing at you as it does, the claws kind of giving off the strange bluish coloration, a cold touch as it seems to kind of swipe at your armor. You feel a light chill in the air as it does, Eider, but otherwise, as the creature's claws once again bounce off your armor, it kind of stares at you, again drooling as it does. Creature. I think that's Chill Touch, and let's see. Do I have another spell? The creature's going to stare at you for a moment.
It can make another chill touch. You
I
can
know
make
it
as many-
can. I'm double checking to see if I have anything else that it can do that will give. Ah. Oh no, that doesn't. Oh yes. All right. Since it's not moving. No, I know. Yes, I got you.
Okay, cool.
But there's a reason that it's not multi-attacking. You'll see, and you'll understand at some point, maybe.
Let's see.
For its second
It's a secret
action,
bird thing.
exactly. I need a will save from all of you,
Oh,
Yeah, I'm good at those.
including
Can I tell
Ice. Huh?
No, ice.
oh, can I tell what it's casting?
What kind of save?
It's Doom. Will save.
Oh,
Oh.
Doom.
Mhm.
It sounds a lot more impressive than what it is.
Well, it is an upscaled Doom, I should say, as
Is
it's
this
a
an
multi-targeting
enchantment?
Doom. No, this is
Magic?
necromancy.
Okay.
It is fear for those who are fear immune.
27.
I don't think I am yet.
27 from Kez, so Kez succeeds. Ned succeeds.
What spell level is it?
1.
Oh, I'll just take my one spellfire.
9. I rolled another
9.
2,
You
guys.
do fail.
Yeah.
No,
Dom's
he's
immediately
afraid.
doing shit
Dom,
again.
you only
It's
had to roll an
fine.
11. You really hurt me, Dom. Come on now.
Hey, if you want me
No.
to lie that it was a 4.
I assume are you fear immune or mind affecting immune?
No, I'm just eating it.
Oh, you're eating it.
Yeah, it only eats it for me. It doesn't like.
Oh, okay. I was about to ask. I was like about to type
no,
in
no.
Spellfire, double check that. Okay.
Yeah, it's just it only affects me.
As you eat the spell, kind of adding the effect to it, or adding the effect back to you, which is, I believe, what you get HP back, and that's like part of your magical force you can shoot out.
I just get the magic
That's right. Okay, got you. As you begin kind of glowing as the spell kind of pulls into you, Dom, you being the only one that seems to be affected. Oh, and Ice also being affected. Both of you begin to lightly shake. Your body beginning to feel a almost unnatural fear. You are technically in a less severe state than frightened or panicked, but you will take a -2 on all attack rolls, saving throws, skill checks, and ability checks. So everything basically is a -2.
Yeah, -2 to everything.
As the creature wails out, screeching as it does, ending its turn with a strange, almost choked cut off to its screech. All right. That ends its turn as we go back up to the top of the initiative. Kez.
I have a question. When throwing like a potion of vial or something at a creature,
Yes.
is that just what does that count as, or how is the roll for that? Is it like a ranged touch, just a regular just ranged attack, or like how does that work?
So that is an actual thing. Let me pull it up here. So it is throwing a splash weapon. So basically, the way it goes is you can use it as a ranged weapon, and it impacts. You just take a -4 for the fact that you're not going to be proficient in it. And then whatever it hits, it deals damage. It hits it damage based on the splash damage to all creatures within a 5 feet of that target. So you can't heal someone with a splash weapon.
Oh no, yeah, no, it's definitely not a healing thing that I'm going with.
Yep. So all you're doing is to attack with a splash weapon, make a ranged touch attack against the target.
Okay, so it's a ranged touch attack, and then it's -4 because it's not it's like an improvised weapon, right?
Correct. It's a non-proficiency penalty. Yeah.
You don't for splash weapons that are actually splash weapons.
Yeah, correct. But for potions, I believe don't count as splash weapons.
Because
It's more of a home rule because you technically throwing a potion at somebody doesn't do anything base rules, but it's a very common thing that DMs like add in to be a little bit more useful, utilitarian with it.
You're right. I'm misreading it. It says splash weapons require no weapon proficiency, so you don't. I thought it said you do. My apologies. No, so yeah, it is just a ranged touch attack. My apologies.
Excellent ranged touch attack. I'm going to be throwing a vial of my holy water right into his hole in the gut or whatever it is.
So you are 5, 10, 25. So that is 25.
In Kez's arm.
Roughly 30. So it's about 30-ish feet. Okay, so I'm just doing some math here. Make sure I'm not screwing you here. However, the target a great intersection of creatures and all adjacent. No, okay. So no, it isn't anything for special AC. All right, cool. Making sure. Yep, you're good.
All right. Because honestly, I'm kind of curious on because it is undead. I'm wondering what this holy water will do to this thing.
Oh no. Let's see what you got.
Yeah, this is more of an experiment, so let's see what we get for the touch attack. That'll be a 18 touch.
18. That does hit. I can. So go ahead.
So because it's just a vial of holy water, so there's not exactly any So tell me what I need to do for rolling.
Base roll is 2d4, but I know
that's but there's something else I'm looking at my notes for. I have to double check something for Ella
I know Ella, I don't know what the special Ella Ugbo holy water does. So I'm curious to see what it does.
Does she share domain, or is her domain opposite in every way? Yeah, fucking great. All right. I'm gonna roll a fortitude save, and then if that fails, a will save for something. I do have a note for this, surprisingly, because this was something that we had to do because of Tren. With Ansem. Shit. Oh no. Alright. Not time. Well, that's at least interesting. Okay. As the splash weapon slams into the creature, you watch as it kind of making a perfect basket, or almost perfect basket into the center of its stomach where the daylight beam had blown through. Hearing it crack apart, the creature begins to immediately erupt into a glowing light, screaming in horrendous pain as it does, as the doom effect is immediately canceled. You are no longer shaken.
Yay.
And, however, I will note, Eider, give me a spellcraft check, as well as, actually, everyone but Dom, give me a spellcraft check, real quick.
I don't know magic.
Yeah, Dom doesn't know magic, the rest of you are casters, though.
Don't worry, I got a +0 to spellcraft. I'm not an intelligence guy. 2.
Okay, 2. 32. Okay, Eider succeeds easily.
23.
23, Ned succeeds as well. So, Kez, you're distracted by the pretty lights and seeing what's going on here as you're watching this happen.
I did something! Yeah!
Feeling the magic of Ella Ugbo washing over you and this creature as you watch it kind of ignite and explode out into a holy light, though its soul unfortunately goes unsaved and is sent back to its god. Eider and Ned, as you watch this, you feel the Doom spell, as well as the other spells that had taken effect during this battle that you lot hadn't been the ones to cast, seem to begin to fade into the ground, and almost feeling the magic spells, like almost similar to what Eider's own body feels like, with the spell fires flowing through. Oh, we lost Dom. As you begin to, or as you kind of sense the magic continuing to flow into the ground, similar to Eider's own spellfire, seemingly focusing towards that large house in the top left.
I don't like that. That sounds like sacrifice. And that usually doesn't mean anything good.
As Eider says this, you watch as the creature erupts into a holy light, and then the last bits of its body kind of burning away into an ash, leaving nothing but what drops is a cloak, a symbol of a something strange. It seems to kind of get wrapped up in the cloak quite quickly, though it seems to glow with almost an unholy light. And lastly, a dagger.
Shit.
I assume no way to claim the soul as it dies. Yes, as I mentioned specifically, the soul went back to its god. As Kez, when the will save was the creature trying to see if it would go to its own god or to Ella Udbo for judgment.
Oh, so it just went to the dragon that takes souls.
Yeah, Kez got a free throw in like any good basketball player, and so yeah.
It's just like at the dunk tank, just.
As we exit out of combat and you kind of take a second to think, we're going to take a quick break for the players to grab some water, feed their cats, anything that they need, and as well take a second to talk. We'll be back in a moment for those watching at home. Alright, gentlemen, we return. Yes, so as you look on, kind of seeing the little puddles of this red ooze-like material that seems to kind of dotted the ground, burning and singeing the bits of wood inside where it dropped. All that remains of the body is some ash that seems to flutter into the air and kind of dissipate throughout the room, as well as the cloak that drops to the ground, a dagger, and what looks to be a strange, what you assume to be a holy symbol, recognizing the unholy magic from it almost immediately. As immediately Dom sticks in their fingers in their ears for a moment and says, "Hey, I don't want to hear any of this. I'm not interested."
Fuck you, exposition.
Dom decided to just go back to the cart. He's gonna lay down for a nap.
Yeah, perfect. You know, it's how it works.
Hopefully the rain stops fucking with the Wi-Fi.
Oh, I feel that. Trust me, my wind is terrible for Xfinity. If you have Xfinity out there, I feel bad for you.
I believe we do.
Yep, they're a horrible company. I look forward to one day changing once I move again. But yeah, as you look over, seeing the creature kind of dissipate, dropping out of combat as we are, you lot kind of stand there. What would you like to do?
There was an upstairs portion, correct?
Correct. It's as you look back into the back of the room, though it's still pretty dark. It looks like there's a large ladder at the far end of it that seems to climb all the way up to the top, or to the tower, like structure up above that had the clothespins.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna turn to Kez and say, and like gesture to like the floor goop and say, let's divide and conquer real fast. Figure out what that disease is. Figure out what those items are.
Is it the same shit that came from like the guys earlier? Because we knew what that was, right?
Looking down at it real quick, and kind of taking a second, it looks similar to the slimy doom material that got into Ned. As you kind of take a sniff of it, it smells identical from the stuff you were dealing with when you pulled it out of him.
Yeah,
I shudder.
Blood spiders.
I just like grimace and like gag. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it modified
oh, not slimy doom.
Spider bites?
Yes, that's what it was.
Because Tom did a check and identified it last session.
It was that weird like ingesting one that like turns into spiders in your gut.
Yeah.
But it's been modified to like go into your blood or whatever too.
Yeah, that's what it was. Oh yes, the poison. I remember. Okay.
Yeah, the poison swarming spider bites. Yeah, it was like modified.
Yes, I will mention. Then I kind of just gave that to you for free, kids. The slime on the ground is not the swarming spider bite.
Oh, great! But it's this doom thing.
It's a material called a slimy doom that you would recognize having been worked on by Regan Utham, as this is a material that isn't a common infection, but one that raiders tend to come into contact more often than not when dealing with actual slimes. Many believe it's a leftover residue of slimes, and what happens is it gets into a cut or something and causes the body to begin to almost reject the material and naturally goes into almost a natural feverish mode that can't kill it, and so basically the body is tearing its energy apart. Out of game context, it takes your con.
Gotcha. So it's a disease that happens when you get fucked up by a slime.
Typically, yeah, and it's a contact, so it has to hit you. It typically takes about a day to incubate.
Gotcha. All right.
Dom has
So
once again lost their wizardly ways of hearing. Oh no,
No,
never
I'm
mind.
still
Oh,
here.
okay.
I'm
So
just
then I
typing
suppose
notes.
then, since Dom grew up in, the Regan Lutheran land, I assume Dom would also be familiar with this disease.
No, because the Westwind Clinic was a more recent building when you guys had originally started your adventure, because that was something that Regan Utham had specifically requested to be opened upon his first few month actions.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, no. Dom would be familiar enough with the disease, not necessarily how to cure or deal with it.
Oh yeah, not
if
to
that's
cure,
what...
but like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
not
I
to
misunderstood
cure,
you.
but-
Yes.
Yeah, no worries. I was like, yeah, I would assume Dom would know the signs of the disease. Maybe not how to cure it, but like, yeah, that's what this
Yes.
disease does.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Dom, you see this shit?
I think I was having Dom glance around for anything of use in the room, but I think you point out the goo and he'll look at it and kind of like crouch down and be like,
It's that slime disease.
that's odd. So there's the modified swarming spider bites poison, the calling poison I smelt earlier, and now this. And he kind of like makes a face and like step back from it. So all in all, there's several types of poison and disease fuckery happening in this village.
And I mean, these guys are undead. Do you think somebody is purposely infecting these guys and then just sending them out and to do things? Just like little agents of disease spreading terribleness?
I wouldn't doubt it. I also concerned how that ties into the spell scrolls that summon swarms, if they're summoning swarms to get parts for
Barriers.
the poison, or if they're planning to modify that and make swarms of these. And he'll like gesture to like where the undead like are.
Well, that's possible.
I'm gonna roll
but
that search.
Aren't vermin themselves carriers for most diseases? I mean, potentially these swarms of vermin might be also intentionally infected with something and released into the streets.
I wouldn't doubt it. It's very possible their goal is to. I don't know what the end goal would be. They're followers of Oat. They want to bring people alive to their master to feed them to him, so he might absorb their souls. That's how he gets his power. But maybe they're just trying to kill indiscriminately now that he's gone into hiding.
From what I've been seeing, it's always been something that saps one's air quote constitution, one's vitality. Perhaps it's not something to kill, but to severely weaken a populace, so that it is easier to just walk in and just take people prisoner.
That is highly likely. It's.
That's what it's looking like to me. Maybe not a thing to mass wipe out and kill, but to severely weaken a defending force to take.
This is poorly timed with Blazatars, or not Blazatars, other ones, forces approaching the city we're at. I don't think they're in cahoots, but I think we definitely need to clear this village out. The last thing we need is the defending forces of the city severely weakened for a horde of giants to come in and kill everything.
Ned, is your ice snake still breathing? Is his snake still chilling?
His snake is still chilling and hanging out with him.
Gotcha. Ned, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but do you think you could send your snake up into that up the ladder into the attic to see if there's anything there, or at least anything of interest, possibly?
I think, yeah. Let me see. There is actually a command for this.
Ooh.
The last thing I want is to like poke my head up through the into the floor.
I
above
will
and get wrecked.
What?
Tell Ice to go up and seek.
Okay. All right. And what are they seeking? Just anything, or are you going to give them a specific command?
says seek, the animal moves into an area and looks around for anything that is obviously alive or animate.
Okay, got you. Give me a moment. I'm just answering a question from Eider real quick on something as he asked. And then, one second, just so this is down and written. There you go. All right, as Ice begins to kind of climb up the ladder and kind of swoosh its way upstairs. Dom and Ned kind of looking about as they do. Dom and Ned, as you kind of as you search about from earlier, you do notice another barrel full of what looks to be spell scrolls. In fact, actually, about 3 of them that seem to be stacked and heavily stacked, as these barrels are large. As you kind of look over at them, kind of looking inside one just to kind of get a quick glimpse, it looks like both of them both barrels have either Summon Monster 1 or Summon Swarm kind of carved into them. Let me pull that up. Well, I don't think this is gonna be a hard one to get you, Frider, but for your reference,
I was just making sure.
No,
right?
it was a good idea. As well as Ice heads up above, kind of pushing through the latch up in the tower, kind of looking as they do as they climb up, looking up on the tower or the area where the clothes were. Creature seems to go about, swirling around, moving a couple baskets around, tipping over some towers of clothing, and then comes back down, shaking its head.
Didn't smell anything either.
Nope.
Okay. Well, it doesn't seem like there's anything up there.
Well, you were busy, Dom. So circling back to the thing that happened when it died, because like we felt the energy like passing through.
Mm-hmm.
Was the effect in any way similar to, say, some a little spell effect called Death Knell?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Why? Very specific question.
Yeah.
Let me check something to check myself. There's sometimes as a DM when you appreciate having players that don't know what they're talking about, know what they're looking for, you bastard. Yes, it is. I was double checking to see if you could even know what that was. Yes, it is the spell.
Yeah, it's a pretty low level spell. I passed that without rolling on that one. Okay. I like just point everyone to like the center of the town is like, so this is gonna suck, but the more of those we kill, the stronger whoever's in there gets.
As he points over to the house that has the flickering candlelight in the top window.
So that means we probably don't want to clear out the rest of them.
No, that does mean we're probably going to get collapsed on, but we don't have a great option here? Unless, well... Oh, no.
Arson.
Dom kind of walking over towards the coals and lightly like pushing the fire with the fiery logs with their foot.
No, out of character. I think Dom's busy trying to stuff a bunch of the spell scrolls into his bag of holding.
I mean, technically, so there is another 15 of each. I think your bag of holding should be able to fix. I think a spell scroll is like point. I would argue that a spell scroll is 0.1 of a pound, because that to me makes the most sense, because it's a piece of fucking paper. So, if you want to kind of note that, I think that makes sense. And if you want to start shoving them into your bag of holding, there's nothing that's going to stop you.
Yeah, because the alternative in Dom's mind is to destroy these, and that's going to take far longer. So he literally like pops open the barrels and just as Eider's like given the rundown, is just like big handful, shove it, like just like stuffing them all in his bag of holding, and then stands up and is like, Well, then clearly we just take it to whoever's behind this. We go to the main building. We're likely to get surrounded, like Arthur mentioned, but we might have a way to force them into a funnel. There's also a chance they disappeared if we can take out whoever's in charge. They're clearly summoned. As I
Yeah.
like hold out a summon monster scroll for like Iter and Kez and Ned to like see the name of it.
I mean, to be fair, if they
Wait, I have a question. Kez, Ned, and Iter, do any
Yep.
of you read the spell scroll?
I'm not going to.
I
If
look
it
at
has
it,
words
I'm
on
not
it,
like
yeah, I'm not gonna
confirming
like
it. I
read
am
the
just
word.
like showing the
Okay.
name.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I do point out to Dom though, is like, summon monsters don't last for very long at all. Disproportionate to the level of a spellcaster, they're very short. So these guys, most likely not summoned. It's
Well,
easier
the
to just
giants
create
not. The undead potentially.
I mean,
We also
maybe.
don't know the level of whoever's behind that. And I like point at the building.
Well, the undead left. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the undead left behind bodies, right?
The skeleton bones.
Yeah.
Well, the first one was eviscerated by Kaz because of his spell. The second one was torn apart, so that one's still there. And then the body of the creature again got eviscerated by Kez. So you have one skeleton body down here with you. Are you talking in the previous creature? I don't believe you guys eviscerated it. I think you just bludgeoned it to death and shoved it off to the side. So it's still in the other. It's in the other building still.
Gotcha. Yeah, I point at the body. Basically, say summon monsters. Don't. They're just a
Leave
copy
remains.
from where they are. They don't leave remains.
Hmm.
Well, nonetheless, even if we do go to fight whatever is absorbing the fallen, even if we kill, no matter what, I feel like we just have to focus down that guy. Because even if they do come in and we kill them, as we're killing them, they're going to make them stronger in the fight.
Correct.
Yes.
So no matter what, we should definitely find this fucker and take him down.
I agree.
And if we can't kill them, we need to find at least a way to disrupt whatever ritual they're conducting.
Maybe a toss of a dispel magic could help. I don't know.
I just gotta shrug and say, yeah. I mean,
There's,
I think so, right?
it cannot. It's really up to a battle of wills.
I mean, it's one option, one attempt.
Definitely an option. The candle you said is like the only source of light we see is on like the second floor.
From the other building, yeah, that top left
Yeah.
building. It looks to be.
There's a way I could get directly to the upper floor if that's where we think they're at, but I would be going alone. I'm not sure if you guys think that would be wise. I don't think it would, but
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I'm almost positive they know we're here. It's not like we've been quiet.
well, I was quiet
mean,
earlier, so we couldn't.
They've
see.
been getting magically stronger, so they gotta think that there's a reason that.
I mean, also, it's not like the guy we just fought wasn't screaming and screaming and screaming and,
Thinking back to him screeching in the doom spell, and then him screeching as he died from the holy damage.
Maybe the person
Undead
we're
are so
about to fight
dramatic.
is just
Ned kind of like kicking some of the bones away around.
I mean, unless the
Says the
guy
man amputated
who's,
his own arm.
unless the guy who's, doing all this is deaf, I think they might have already caught on what we're doing.
I doubt it. It makes it very difficult to cast spells when you're deaf.
Well, I bet so.
Kind of nod. Yeah, you
Yeah,
mess up
I mean,
the verbal
hey,
components more often.
I mean, I'm just glad that one's taste is not affected by spellcasting. Or at least affects spellcasting.
I just got to give you a sad pat on the shin. Well, we're off to see the wizard that's gonna kill us all.
We have means to hopefully escape if things go south, but
Me going
we
to
have to at least
Oz
try
and
to interrupt
chase that.
this.
Yep. I think let's get a move on. Let's quit monkeying around, as they say.
Just like turn to Ned, give him a moment to get like mentally prepared.
God damn it.
That was bad.
I'm never mentally prepared.
No? That's concerning.
Just like reach, like walk, like kind of like right in front of Ned, just like prepared action, and like turn and like give the party sanctuary, just to keep Ned from dying.
You guys all have some vials of the holy water, right? If I remember correctly,
Yeah.
you all have like 3 or 4 of them.
I think we each have 4.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I got some.
Good.
Yeah.
As we've seen with that guy, we might be able to do some good with it. if we
It
come
also
across more
seems
of them.
like light affects them, so anyone with abilities to produce light and brighten the area would be good. I'm not sure I could do much else other than this. And he like gestures to his bracers that have been faintly glowing because of the undead, but not enough to be like bright light.
I just like kind of shake my head and say, daylight's a different thing altogether. If you can't magically produce it, you can't produce it.
Mm.
I wouldn't
Well-
worry about like lighting candles or anything for the like.
Well, let's
Yes,
move on. Dun,
magic,
dun,
yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
No, don't worry. I'm just looking up something in the background. So you guys, just to clarify, are you leaving the cloak, the dagger, and the holy symbol there?
Oh hell
I
no!
We're
thought
gonna-
Ryder picked them up.
Oh,
Yeah.
you are taking them with you. Okay.
Yeah, I like as I like turned to Dom and was like, bag of holding, please. I just like asked
Yeah.
to like kind of like hold it open and just like drop
Yeah,
it in.
yeah. I assume like
I-
once Eider picks it up and looks at Dom, he's like, okay.
I will note, to either to your own knowledge, or to your own note, the cloak does have an insignia on it that seems to be kind of glowing slightly. It is also, the cloak is made, as you can kind of tell, from elven skin.
It's made of
Oh.
spider silk. Oh, damn.
Oh,
No,
hell.
it is made out of people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Hey, that's leather.
Quick question: what is the insignia? I technically have knowledge nobility if that's what you need.
Yeah, give me a knowledge nobility.
Hooray! Let's go for a.
can I
craft
roll
too.
my squire thing if I see it?
Sure.
That's a 15.
Maybe I saw it in court once or twice. Oh my gosh, nat 20 on the fucking useless roll. Okay, 23.
I'm proud. A
It
20.
might not be useless.
I know this symbol. This is...
You didn't know your own kinsman's symbol though.
But I know
Wrote that
this
down.
one. Listen, Dom isn't made for politics. He just happened to be in the space. He picked up a thing or two. Maybe not the useful things, but we'll see how useful this info is actually before I say that.
I was gonna say, give me a minute here as I'm pulling
It's
this
gonna turn
up.
out to be like the most important piece of lore Dom's found.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't go that far
Uh-oh.
now.
Uh-oh.
What?
And as is
Just
party
an
tradition,
ominous,
Oh god.
as his party tradition was.
Alright.
as is party tradition, you will find out and immediately not tell me anything about it.
So the
What?
sigil
What do you
is
mean?
a crowned skull with tears of red coming down it on a slightly grayish background in the background. And what was your roll again, Eider?
23
Okay, 23.
for Ryder.
Yeah.
No, mine was 15.
15.
John's is 23.
Okay. You are not familiar with this house, Eider. Elven history and lore is not a very new subject and not something many people study, as you're not really that familiar. Dom, kind of looking at this, you recognize this as the supposed house of Venzwin, a notable house of warriors known for their large and strong and brutal tactics on the battlefield. They are also most commonly associated as half-breeds who interbreed with the Goliaths in their territory by capturing their males and females and turning them into basically breeding stock. And thus they are well known for their massive size. Beyond that, they're not really known to leave their homeland. As again, that wouldn't be a good idea to leave Draffica when you're a primitive race.
Mm-hmm. Can you spell the house name for me,
Yep.
pretty please? Thank
I
you.
can also write down the sigil for you.
Yes. Oh, I do. I think I wrote it in my notes correctly. Oh, yeah. So Dom will look at it as you're like going to stuff in the bag and kind of pause you so he can inspect it. House Finswin. They're warriors. The fact that this is here is concerning. They also, I don't know all these politics. I remember there being gossip and drama in regards to them breeding with Goliaths, some kind of elvish thing of import. And Dom kind of like waves his hand. Why would the sigil be here?
Kind of like look at you oddly for a moment, like thing. I was like, huh, my cousin has a elf Goliath person with them. I think
Mm.
met them very briefly.
Oh yes, I don't care for the drama of people insulting half-breeds or whatever they call them. Can I
Like,
pull out
hard to think
the...
like that tracks considering our entire party minus me are half like something.
Yeah. Dom pulls
No,
out...
I'm not
pull
half
out-
nothing. I'm full.
He's just green.
He's a purebred.
He's
He
half
just
small.
hasn't taken a shower.
He's just listen. He rolled around in something green a long time ago. Never remembered to bathe since.
Yeah, I mean, it's just glad that his natural BO doesn't smell that bad.
He's like the turtles that grow algae on their shells and just live with it. Dom's gonna take out the locket he found on his father to open up. I'm gonna look at the elvish figure in that. Do they look like they'd be half Goliath? I don't think so based off the description, but...
Give me a knowledge nature check.
Okay.
Or survival if you don't have nature.
I'm about to identify someone's race via looks. This could only go well for me.
And canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Twitter's gonna get Dom. Okay.
Pattern recognition.
No. Okay. Knowledge, nature, or you said survival?
Yeah.
Doing survival for a 16 total.
Kind of taking a look at the kid, he looks like he is almost giant, has giant genes in him as he's a bit wider than the few elves that you've seen as treated as slaves, being that elves are about almost a little bit taller than Eider. This kid looks to be decently sized, not to the same level as yourself, but almost to what you'd expect of someone of a smaller race if they'd mixed with a giant. Taking a second, you're pretty sure that this individual is half giant. Specifically, it looks like he takes
Goliath?
after Folkvi and Elvin.
Oh no. So I don't think Dom caught that because of my bad rolls the first time. So you see Dom just be like, wait 1 second, to Eider, like pulling out the locket, kind of in his like nonchalant, casual way. And then as he's staring at the figure, you just see his face, like eyes narrow, brows scrunch, and there's just this look of like pure disgust and contempt. And he just like shuts it and like shoves it back and is like under his clothes. It's just like, never mind, nothing of use. The fact that they're here though can't be good.
Kind of like slowly nod, take it in, think better of it. It's just like, oh, for sure it's not going to be immediate relevant.
Did I cut out again?
No. Yes, you did.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't hear us, so it doesn't matter that I'm answering this.
Oh no!
We can hear you, but you can't hear us.
Yeah.
Oh well, they left and they returned. Welcome back.
No, why is he doing that? It doesn't give any alert or anything either.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like we can hear you, it's just you
yeah,
can't hear us.
my Wi-Fi signal's like full bars. Like my laptop works fine.
It's probably your
and everything,
headphones, because it's whatever is putting out the sound is probably the issue. Because we can fully hear you still.
Maybe.
Yeah, you sound
I can
clear.
finish
So
before, but
yeah.
okay. Well, hopefully everyone heard that then.
Yes, we got the last part of you mentioning with everything with the look at and everything. Ida was responding
Yep.
when you cut out.
Yes, please do that.
I shall. Again, I just kind of like give you like a bit of a pensive look and say, well, if you're sure it's not going to be immediately relevant, we have, I think, too many things in the air to try and puzzle out a mystery right this second.
If it is relevant, it's really only relevant to me personally. Whoever we find in there, we must kill. It does not matter who or what they're from. They're a threat to us and the safety of the city.
We are agreed in that aspect.
Yeah, Dom nods as Kez says that.
But what if they're just misunderstood?
What are you? Who are you, Steven Universe? Fuck that shit. Take him fucking down.
So
Guys,
we go
I
kill
think
the
we
traitor
just
with
need to
Achilles'
let
tendon.
Dom sing a song and all will be solved.
Oh no.
Good lord.
All right, how much ambushing do we get walking down the street?
Give me a second.
Suddenly, 30 bone dragons appear.
I fucking just assumed the position.
No.
Downward dog, everybody.
I
Let's
have
rock.
I have a creature that's been waiting to come back, and Saturday would really appreciate if you guys somehow killed it retrofiddly, because they've been getting bothered by it a lot.
Okay.
Mother would
That's
love to
okay.
come fight
that's
again.
That's when
Oh,
you just
no.
reveal there's two of them.
Yeah,
and give them
two
No.
mothers.
Absolutely not.
There's twins.
No, there's twins. We kill one in the past. They have to kill one in the future.
Two necromancy wyverns. I got you.
No.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. You sure? It'll be a good time. They've just got, adamantine bones to make them unhittable. And
I've
basically,
already had to deal with them once.
it's true. I did it to Saturday and almost kill. I threatened to kill him because their party leader tripped off a death flag in front of me the prior session and reminded me of it. Remember, kids at home, never tell your DM these famous last words of, I'll just use this. We're gonna get a long rest after this. All right. Anyways, as you guys walk down the street, the quiet and eeriness about. Give me spot checks and listen checks, each of you.
Okay.
Spot and listen? Oh,
I spoil you, I know.
you spoiled me
Incredible.
so much.
Watch me roll 2 nat 1s and completely squander this.
That's a 20 and a 25.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
I rolled so bad, guys.
Alright, so far no one had. Well,
Do I
okay.
need to roll them with for
Ice?
ice as well.
You can, yeah, if you'd like.
16 spot, 21 listen.
Okay.
Dun 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 dun.
I mean, if you get worse than Dom, then well. Let's see. Are you gonna get an 18 and listen? Kez is going to begin. Nope, 12. All right. As you look.
At least they still have scent, though.
That's true. As you lot begin to head towards the building, the eeriness and the silence seemingly kind of catching as the couple of geese overhead forming a V begin to head further south, looking like they're going towards the center of the South Pole. As they honk, kind of giving a creepiness to the situation, given your previous experience with honking creatures, looking to the sky and expecting dragons to come out of it for a moment. It's almost eerie on how tense the air is, thick enough to cut with a knife as you walk through. There are geese. I don't know if those are the birds you want, but those are the birds you've got. As you walk down the main road, nothing kind of happens. The building in the top right, or in the middle right there, seems to make a couple of clattering sounds that you manage to catch Eider and Kez. Yes. I was making sure I was checking Eider's thing. As you both manage to catch the sight of a creature kind of stumbling about inside, but seemingly not noticing you lot as you walk past. Heading up to that top left building where the entrance at the end of the long hallway seems to be kind of set up. The door slightly ajar. What looks to be inside a faint bluish green glow coming from down below. What looks to be just a long hallway that goes straight into the building and then goes down some stairs from what you can tell from this angle. Completely empty, though, as you look down at the ground, there are some scuffles on the wood floor of what looked to be a similar material as that red ooze like slime that you had found kind of dripping from that Fairlin giant. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
We don't. Out of curiosity, is there one that taking a small look around? Is there one that kind of looks like the spider plague thing that was from the other Fairland that we killed?
As you look about, with that check, give me a heal check real quick.
Sure.
I know you're good with disease.
Me too.
That's
Huh?
a 17.
Yeah. What was that, Ned? You too? Sure.
I said me too.
You want to help Eider as he starts looking down at the material?
How about I do the opposite and help him?
22.
That's true. You know, with that, yeah, let's go with that.
I prefer to give him the +2.
Yeah, Ned, as you kind of look down at it, you recognize this looks to be a mix of slimy doom, a material or a poison called. Give me a minute. Swarming spider bite, as well as the calling, and another bit of a disease called slow taint.
There's a lot of things
Or
in
poison,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I hate when my taint is slow.
You laugh now, but when I take your 10 feet of movement, you're not going to be laughing anymore. You know, being a snowbeard who can't walk very far.
I have, my legs are supercharged.
It won't be once this gets into you. But as you look down at it, Ned, kind of looking up, you recognize these as mostly contact poisons. Swarming spider bite needing to be ingested, though. The calling needing to be ingested. The slow taint, a contact, and the slimy doom, a contact. 3 of which of these are technically poisons, only 1 of which is a proper disease.
Dom would know 2 of those, but not the disease.
Cafeteria lunch fluid.
So we've found most of those on things that we've killed. The only ones we haven't are the slow taint. I think that's it, actually.
Well, I mean, the stuff that we've killed were leaking this stuff, right? It was seeping off of them.
Yeah. I was trying to think because it's been on everything we've killed, so it might just be conglomerating everything that we kill as this big ass petri dish.
That sounds healthy.
It's just making giga AIDS.
Dragon AIDS, no!
Dragon AIDS
let it
orphan?
go. I swear to God, Kez. I'm gonna make that a disease, and the golem rods are giving it to you before the end of this.
You know, I was honestly that's what I was worried about with the blood skeletons. I'm like, no, the blood skeletons have AIDS.
God damn it. Not again. But as you look down the hallway, it looks like there was clearly a scuffle of some sort that happened, as there's some clear footprints that kind of mark out, looking like they slid through this muck, and it looks like some sort of defense was put down this hallway. The doorway further down that seems to kind of open up into the stairwell going further down towards the dock level seems to show similar sign. The door itself getting cracked in half almost and seemingly pushed in as if someone was trying to hold it.
Perhaps the last stand from the original residents before this place got taken over.
Potentially.
Oh well, nowhere to go but forward, right?
Yep.
As you begin to go forward, I assume Eider in the front once more?
I would like to go second this time.
You know what? It'd be really funny if it's the person the second gets hit.
Okay, we're indoors. They can't really tunnel through the floor this time.
Ida lightly taps the wooden floors and double checking, make sure there's nothing there.
Yes, but they're invisible on the roof, obviously.
Well, I've got blind sense. I could sense them on the roof if they're just chilling.
I will say, for what you can tell, there seems to be no. But I will mention all of your guys' items have stopped glowing, and as well as Ida, you do not sense any beings in this house in that range.
Oh, there's some kind of magic here.
That's weird. Because they were glowing when we were outside, right?
As soon as you lot walked up to the door, the items stopped glowing.
Gotcha.
You see, I'm inclined not to believe my item right now.
I like
that, or everyone just teleported away.
I like try and push out like a little bit of magic to see if it's just like a magic dampening thing, or if there's like just I guess an illusion going on to mask alignment.
Ida, do you speak or can you speak or read Infernal?
No, it would be very weird if I could.
It
Hey,
would.
You want a little comprehend language, or is that what you don't want?
I might not want it, depending on.
Ida, as you look about, kind of putting for a second, your magic kind of beginning to flow freely out. You feel a full spell slot, basically a first level spell sucked away from you. Almost immediately, as all across the room suddenly light or runes begin to glow in infernal. These strange symbols kind of showing as the light blue light kind of glows off of them. All these symbols kind of showing the exact same word, seemingly repeatedly carved into the wall.
I had my infernal.
What was that, Kez? Sorry, the internet decided to not let you be a smartass.
If only I had my Infernal for Dummies book.
Ah, yeah, there it is.
You know your players so well.
I know. It's like I've been DMing for them for 6 years now.
Because I'm very worried if I actually read the Infernal.
That should have been the statement just right there. I'm afraid if I actually read. That really sums up your D&D campaign with me.
Yeah, I'm afraid to read anything based on what you said at us all the fucking time.
Man, R.I.P. Duramar.
Dude, tell me about it.
Can I do like a quick spell? I can't read the fucking rune, but like, can I do like a quick little spellcraft trying to divine the nature of it?
Yeah, give me a spellcraft check.
24.
There is no magical nature.
That's bullshit. We're watching him glow right now.
What that means is it is not a spell. It seems to
Okay.
it just seems to be a residual effect or something. Someone you're just kind of pumping magic to cause a light effect, which in a sense means like a light spell going off that's not actually a light spell. It just causes the runes to glow because magic is interacting with them. But these do not seem to be a spell of any sort, to your knowledge, and I mean that outright and literally.
I wonder if this is supposed to be like don't open Dead Inside, but since I can't read it, well, that means it must not be important.
Does anybody else speak Infernal by chance?
Let me double check.
Everyone just like turns and stares at Dom.
Given
You would know how to speak Infernal, huh?
Kaz immediately turns, staring at Dom as a
No,
voice
Dom
over the
shrugs.
world speaks this.
I got no clue.
Ned, by chance?
Nope.
Nope.
That would be the ultimate betrayal.
I know, right? It'd be kind of interesting. All right, yeah. As you look at they kind of glow for a few moments as the magic dissipates. The glowing stops. The runes disappearing once more.
That was weird.
Just
I
kind
have
of
a bad feeling.
I do too. Well, this is probably gonna kill me. I'll walk up and just like crack one of the runes. Just like drive like a little adamantine like chisel through the rune to like break it.
Yeah, as you kind of crack into the wall, the light woodwork seems to splinter, and nothing kind of happens. The only thing I will mention is that there are 8 runes written out to spell a single word from what you can tell. But as you crack it, trying each of the letters one after another, nothing seems to happen.
Gotcha. I try the magic again.
The runes slightly glow, now slightly splintered and cracked, but otherwise, nothing else seems to change as you all kind of stare at the hallway as Ida kind of comes stepping back outside with you lot.
Well, hopefully we don't have a bunch more of those on various floors, because that would be an absolute ball ache. I say just staring upwardly into the mere middle distance at a figure not seen.
Hey, not my fault you didn't pick up Infernal. It's not like it's a common language in the world.
It sure as fuck isn't.
It is. I've mentioned that before. There's a whole nation that speaks Infernal.
Yeah. Dom just didn't get a high enough intelligence to learn too many languages. I had to pick and choose.
There's a whole fiend nation. Of course Infernal's a common language. You gotta learn. I mean, now, it's not common speak, because that's Draconic and Giant, but, that's another thing altogether. But yeah, as you look about, kind of, Eider cursing the gods.
Isn't
yes?
the...
Yes, that is true. Death is a 5-letter word, and that would be true for Infernal translating from common. What's up?
Isn't like the fiendish lands? Isn't it like right now it's before the split between fiends, like actual like celestial and infernal?
Yes. However, Infernal and Celestial are still both spoken. They are treated like dialects of the same language, depending on where you are.
Gotcha. Cool.
So some lands.
Because I can speak celestial, but
you can. I'll let you roll an intelligence check for it then.
Sick. I have like a +0 to intelligence, so let's just hope for a decent roll here. That is a 16.
16. I'm gonna ping you something.
Sick. You die.
Alright. Okay. I didn't see it was typed yet. I will look in a moment. I know I'm typing to you, Chaston. Don't worry. I just don't want to have to restart my thought over into Hunter's channel. I'm going to send this over in a moment. Alright. Hunter, there you are.
Why would you do that?
It does not say either sucks or get fucked or you smell. Children, this is not the 90s. We are not graffitiing a school wall.
Oh. I'll do my best to make him say that. I'm kidding. I'm not wasting time doing that.
I say man goes over with his little pick, his woodworking tool, starts carving around. Kez, there you go.
Yeah. All right. And I will say, I am not exactly certain the true word, but it has a meaning around like faculties, urges, hunches. That's the rough translation. It's something with that type of meaning.
Urges, you say? Think it's something that would make us potentially go mad?
Or hunches, or faculties. Who knows? That's, my rough translation from my celestial speaking.
1 second.
He's typing that out. Oh.
Nope, that's 20 minutes.
Good guess, though. Good guess. But as Kez kind of lightly runs his finger underneath the runes, kind of looking over it and reading it, kind of gets tossed up in between those 3 words. As Celestial to Infernal is not a perfect translation. In fact, they can share similar wording. However, those can sometimes be synonyms, sometimes be acronyms to each other.
French to French Creole,
Sure, that works. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I'd put it more like American English to Jamaican.
Oh, actually, I would think perhaps like Spanish and Portuguese, maybe.
That's a good example. It is true. Most people who speak Spanish do not understand Portuguese.
Can confirm. It's fucking weird.
It's because Portuguese is weird. But we won't get into that. I have no fans from Portuguese. I have no Portugal. I have no worries. But as you kind of see these runes kind of carved into the wall, looking at them and hearing Kez's explanation of what he thinks it is, what would you all like to do?
I'd rather not say my guess out loud because the last time that spawned skeletons.
You going with insanity?
Write it down.
Insanity is an 8-letter word.
Nothing seems to
Just
happen as you kind of
paralyzed.
think of it.
I'm not fucking saying it.
Oh, fair enough.
Out of character. Is there? Dom will kind of look at the party. I feel like if there's another way around, we should take it. I don't think risking this ward is going to be safe unless you think you can absorb it, Iter.
I'm just kind of like shrug. Is like the magic here is weird. It ate a spell from me, absorbed into the ritual. Or into the runes over there. I don't know what's going on here, and I don't think it's going to just spontaneously stop from this one room.
Do you think whoever we're up against is another person like you?
Well, we did fight the bog giant very recently.
Forest giant.
Forest giant very recently. However, the spell actually has to touch me for it to be that way, or for me to do anything with it. And I didn't touch anything in here. I just embraced some of the magic, and it ripped it out of me.
Could be an area effect. I mean, well, we're standing on the floor. Might just be connected to the whole room.
If so, then
Oh well, that's just speculation.
I just kind of like nod. I like look at it like a little apprehensively, but it's like it's also like theorizing whether or not a meteor is gonna hit me. And I was like, well, if that's true, we're fucked.
Oh, the sun's gonna explode in 3 billion years. Fuck.
Yeah, it's just like if that's true, then we're just already dead. Like,
Man. I mean, I can't help but think that it's kind of one of those. It's like only people who know Inferno could probably get in.
what do you mean? That's just on the wall. Like we're not
Do you
prevented
think
from
the
going forward.
holy symbol
Correct.
or dagger we picked up would be like a key?
There's no impediment to us going
Then why are we here still?
because it was weird. And it was like impeding my ability to do magic for a second. So I was making sure if I disabled it.
Iter points towards the glowing runes. They're still faintly glowing in the background.
That's why I was fucking with it. There was no puzzle to solve here other than that. Like we could keep going.
Well, damn, that's unfortunate.
All right. Who's leading the way as far as it goes as you guys begin to adventure further into the building?
I shall assume the position of meat shield number 1.
All right, with Ned behind you, as he specified, he did not want to be in position 3 or 4.
Maybe 2 will work. Eventually we're gonna find Ned gonna be in the front.
Right. As Iter kind of comes through the front door, or goes through the door down these stairs, Iter, along the walls, again, you see a strange word. However, this one, as you kind of take a second, Kez, coming in behind Ned, or coming in last, I imagine, behind Dom, you do read the words, and I'm just going to put it out there for you.
Yeah, I'd tell him anyways.
Yeah, I'd imagine you'd be more reading this out loud as you're kind of reading it off the wall. In Infernal, you do read the words Bonnie Smior. Which, roughly to those who have a decent enough intelligence, which I mean, i.e. anybody who'd like to roll a check for it, are welcome to.
I'll give it a shot. No, that's a 4.
I will take Knowledge, Arcana, History, or Religion.
Hunter, did you also roll 4?
I did, but I was just told I could roll religion.
Oh. Wait.
Yes, it does help when you wait for me to answer, what the roll is.
Hey, my roll wouldn't have changed, just the modifier I had.
27 religion, Jesus Eider, alright.
5.
Nope.
13.
13. Alright, as the three of you try, with a 5, I mean, you don't know the language and kind of hearing the words, honestly, Dom, nothing kind of sticking out in your mind at all. Those days of history lessons not really an interest to you. And with the tenseness of everything going on, your mind also wondering how you were made to be stronger and more evil, kind of running in the background. You're kind of slightly distracted. Kez, roughly, you get that roughly translates to Deathsmith, which could mean 1,000 things, but to be honest, the title doesn't ring any bells to you. You just get the rough translation to be exact.
I'd be necromancer for all I know.
Eider, you recognize this name as a notorious historical smith, a smith that was said to disappear from the history books after the supposed Clouded Age. The very few notes on the Clouded Age seem to be mostly about this individual, that as far as like normal people, and consider him to be one of the top smiths in history, believing to create items that would forgo death or scare death away from one, to the point that you could even challenge and take death's power. Creating items that would scare gods on the daily was his kind of calling card of sorts. However, most people believe he was a conglomeration of people because no one lives A, that long, and B, has that much power and survives in an age like that without being dominated by someone else.
I don't suppose there's like any like mythos about him like creating the 9, is there?
No, not in the slightest. He is believed to have come long after the 9. However, he is said to have been believed to be related to a member of the 9, though, to your knowledge, you can't recall which one with that role.
Gotcha. I meant more the weapon version of them.
No, he is not.
Yeah.
That person you would know off the top of your head to be a woman, specifically.
Oh, cool.
But as you kind of think for a moment, hearing that name, I will also note he is not noted to be associated with any god to your knowledge.
Gotcha. I don't suppose like any of this strikes me as like a ritualistic kind of like praise to him, or is it just like a signature or like just his name?
It's just his name from what Kaz kind of points out. It's plainly written in normal giant or infernal runes. Not
I
giant.
like just furrow my brow. I was like, that is the weirdest shit. That's just the name of a legendary smith from the Clouded Age.
Considering we're working with a bunch of necromancer cultists, I don't think that's a good thing.
Maybe they have a misunderstanding about what this Smith does, so they're like, oh, fuck, I don't know.
Or they're trying to bring him back.
That'd be wild.
I mean, could be like most people looking for a way of immortality. Said to have supposedly managed to make items that beat death itself. Well,
I mean,
that's obviously hogwash.
Deathsmith does sound like somebody who would be able to, you know, craft undead or beings of undeath. I don't know.
I just gotta like give like a light shrug. It's like, well,
Magic was being drawn here. You think the magic might be feeling an item and not a ritual?
possibly it's creation.
Dom's gonna kind of hesitantly eye his belt. Is my belt being weird? Is that still okay?
No, or yes, it is still normal. However, I will mention it is at this point that specifically Ned's item begins to glow.
God damn it.
Dread Necromancer, huh?
All around me are familiar faces.
You'll mention. What was that? Sorry.
Oh,
Cut out.
yeah, no worries. Ned's item is beginning to glow, which means that there is a Dread Necromancer within a range of your party. I will also note, as you look down the stairs, it looks to be an open room that seems to have like a large sofa-like object to kind of lay and sit on. What looks to be a shelf full of kind of strewn books. off to the side, what looks to be a desk with a bunch of scattered papers. At a quick glance, look to be like fishing logs and records of like sail and ships moving in and out of the town. But as you kind of look over, coming down these stairs, behind and underneath the stairs is a open, what looks to be door that looks, as you take a second, Eider, immediately recognizing this as a with Snowbeard runes. There looks to be a massive, almost dwarvish-like door design. Carvings of snowbeards holding what looks to be a creature of... that looks to be like a giant beholder with different colored eyes, the size of a small continent, as these snowbeards fight on. The door kind of splitting at the center where this beholder is kind of depicted as the main focus. Either side, the army's kind of standing, trying to fight. Down the hallway, as you look, as you can come further down the stairs, you get a long glimpse of a beautiful room, which I'm going to post the map of, that is about 150 feet long and about 40 feet deep, kind of almost extravagantly with orichalcum gold embezzled in the walls. What looks to be a fine cloth kind of laid out inside, candles that are still lit. As you continue, sorry, Dom, God damn it.
Hey, if it was a boss fight, then we would have a whole bunch of power-ups, healing potions right before, right? Because that's how every boss fight goes, right?
Not in all games.
You get to stock up, right?
Not in my games.
That's what the spell scrolls were for.
Good news, that was your kindness.
Well, hey, Tom, I guess you have them all. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start deploying them like a cannon, I guess.
I will say, along the walls, you do see runes written in a dialect of Dwarvish that it's not Snowbeard, but you recognize it to be similar enough to catch it. You can give me a check if you'd like to try and figure out what it is, but I don't know, depending on how close you want to get to this long hallway of, as Dom put it, the boss fight.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Is the room, does this, the size of this room match the size of the building on the outside?
No, it looks to be much bigger and go, underground. It should be, from what your rough calculations, it should easily be intruding on that road outside and, popping out. So you're pretty sure this is a magical space of some sort.
Well, shit.
I was about to ask that, considering my newfound expertise in these matters.
Mm-hmm. I will say, at the very far end, you all can see what looks to be two massive mirrors with something written on it that from this distance is kind of hard to make out. And what looks to be a center, kind of altar just sitting there.
Oh.
Nothing good comes from magic mirrors.
Well, I walk up to the wall and fucking read it. Goddamn dwarven curiosity bullshit.
James, I know this is you.
In the distance, yeah. Eider, as you read it, kind of give me an intelligence check just to see if you recognize the language specifically. You can read it enough to be able to translate it word for what it means. It's just recognizing the specific dialect of Dwarvish you're looking at.
Gotcha. 16.
So I would say, yeah, roughly you recognize this as what is called an Arctic dwarf. These are a subspecies of snowbeards. They're considered like a feral, but they're also semi-recognized as a competent and capable species, very easily mistaken for snowbeards. Main difference is their hair is made out of literal ice, including their beards, and their skin is albino white, so they're translucent. However, in exchange, they're typically more capable of magic, whereas they lack in a bit more of the physical capabilities most dwarves do. So with that in mind, kind of reading this and catching the language, that kind of catches your attention, as these groups are typically pretty scattered amongst the world, not sticking to any one location, given they're not well liked in your homeland, considering they're a subspecies and considered a second-class citizen overall. But with that in mind, kind of looking at this, it reads, for those who choose to enter, remember him who has come before, the smith of ages, the one who first failed. Dare to fail, and your answer will be read. As you kind of read this out, you realize, given your stone cunning, and I don't think you can fail with your roll for this, but actually, give me an appraise check real quick.
Go, gadget praise. That is 22.
22. Recognizing this is was added after whatever this space was built. You'd guess somewhere around 100 years after. This looks to be a building or a carving that was made probably near 3,000 years ago.
Holy shit.
As you look at the rest of your party, the rest of you, as you kind of standing at the semi-entrance to this thing, not going in, kind of the caution and concern, and given you guys have fought, already seen gods of levels that you don't want to deal with. It's the kindest terms to put it. As you're all kind of cautiously watching Eider stepping just barely inside the room to read the runes and kind of look over them. The building behind, or the room behind you, very plain in its design. A couple of chests and some books. Is there anything you guys were gonna, any of the rest of you wanted to do as Eider kind of reads this?
No, I got nothing
I'm gonna
right
look
now.
at that now. Can I just do a listen check?
Yeah.
See if I'm hearing any noises approaching us.
Yeah.
I just do not feel safe.
Dom needs an adult.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
What's up?
Well, it's a 10 total for a nat 1. So Dom either hears nothing or is hearing things.
Dom, you hear the faint sound for just the briefest of moments coming from further in, of a faint, like crying, and then almost a last croak of a painful death as a creature, something further in, far down this tunnel, at the other end, seems to quietly pass away.
Someone just fucking died. And Dom's putting his fists up.
It's Eider's sense as he's fucking walking into the damn room.
As Eider kind of begins to walk down, are the rest of you going to follow behind, or are you going to stand at the entrance and watch?
Mm.
Now, I was going to say, that is a viable option. I just, Eider may judge you all for this.
I usually go second in the order. I'm wondering if maybe that's a bad decision this time.
Ned, do you want to be second?
No, Ned, can we risk you being in any position?
That's where Ned
Sure.
pulls out the famous
Sure.
I'm going home. That way I'm not in any position.
Right.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Ned's going to follow
know.
after Eider then. Okay.
Say, room's big enough. We should be able to move around each other, so I guess I'll go third. Dom's really unhappy about it, though.
Kez, are you going to follow, or are you going to watch?
I'm not gonna leave folk behind.
All right. As the group of you begin to step forward, kind of looking down or towards the center or the other end, seeing the mirrors get larger as you get closer. Coming midway, seeing what looks to be on either side, these large golden magical circles that lightly seem to glow with a bit of a blue flame that, as you pass by, seems to give almost a perfect reflection of yourself in them as you look at it. Nothing fancy, nothing strange as you go forward. But as you step forward, Eider, as the first one up towards the platform, getting a real good look at it, you see on either side of the platform, or on either side of the altar, seems to be these almost huge mirrors. At the very bottom, one in common reading king, and the other reading horse. And as you begin to kind of look at this, seeing the altar in the middle, a pool or a bowl kind of sitting there with blood kind of flowing into it, seeing it, looking into it, you see the words kind of begin to form in a almost blackened color of little bits of burnt bone that begins to flow to the surface of this bowl. It says, "What's the difference, Eider?"
King rides because he has instinct.
The blood in the bowl begins to drain, and almost the bowl begins to crack, the mirrors beginning to shatter. As they do, the outer frames of them begin to kind of crack into themselves, and they all begin to kind of form behind the altar into a pile that begins to make an amalgamation of a creature that begins to pull out of it. A huge stone giant that seems to be covered in disease, a massive boil-like hunchback sticking on his back, kind of moving and jostling unnaturally as it does, a large broken adamantine hammer in his hand, hugely muscular as his body looks to be well-toned, though covered in these scars and pockmarks of disease. His eyes slightly sunken in. His body definitely dehydrated as his magic seems to be almost faint. The aura coming off him almost lacking completely as the figure stands in front of you and speaks and goes, "I am Bani Smior, the one who spoke and fought for the Dark King. The one who failed the Dark King first and who had the gall to stand as his apprentice. You," as he looks down and locks eyes with Eider, "have chosen this day to back me, back my mission. You will be the one who serves the new Dark King in my place and proves his ability. You will become the smith that will forge the new Nine." As his body begins to slightly crack and shatter, grinding apart as it turns to dust, leaving nothing but what looks to be a set of tongs on the ground that seem to glow with gold and adamantine. As he does, Dom, give me a fortitude save.
Oh, why me?
You're about to see an Eider. I also need a fortitude save from you.
Feels so targeted.
Oh no!
Fortitude save?
Yes.
Is this a school of enchantment, perchance?
Nope.
There's not
Damn.
a single enchantment spell.
Hey,
that's
I had to
fortitude.
ask.
Yeah,
That's
with
an
it.
18 total.
That's okay. Dom immediately
Then roll that
passes
roll.
out and drops to the ground.
Does this count
Guys,
as
I
a
don't-
magic
that's
effect?
Me.
This is a supernatural ability.
Shit, I don't think that works for the dwarven resistances.
It does. I don't think so either, but you can double check.
See, that is
Guys,
a
I'm taking a quick
22
snooze.
base.
22 base. As Eider also immediately passes out, you watch as Dom begins to morph, their body darkening to a Muso black, the belt beginning to change, the third rune of faith kind of being formed, and it forming the shape of faith is accepted in giant. As the creature, or as the belt changes and Dom begins to slightly grow, Dom, you feel your magic increasing. I will add this later, but you will now have a spell resistance of 2, as well as granting you all a resistance of 5 to all but psionic. Again, I'll post this after session. Eider, as your body falls unconscious, you all watch as Eider's small crown that was kind of emblazoned on the back of his neck, not the small crown, the symbol of cataclysm that was on the back of his neck begin to crack and shatter, replaced by a small blackened crown that is kind of emblazoned into the same place, a giant D kind of at the center of it. The scrying spell on Eider cracked and broken as it does. As Eider and Dom collapse, Kez and Ned, as you look over, you also notice something that catches both of your eyes. Kez, noticing a strange figure that seems to be kind of laying on the ground. You and Ned kind of catching this suddenly appearing as Eider and Dom drop. This figure seems to be quite large, almost giant size, their body completely covered in this green like moss from head to toe, only a golden eye kind of glowing through. A strange letter kind of on their side, and what looks to be right behind the letter, a shattered pot of a plant that looks to be almost identical to spruce leaf, but withered and cracked away as if it's dead. The creature laying there does not seem to be living, as you kind of take a second to look over Kez, kind of judging to see if his chest is moving at all. Kez and Ned, as you see the two party members drop, beginning to make a strange morphosis and their bodies beginning to move and twitch, but seeing this creature suddenly appear, what would you like to do?
So as far as Kez knows, they just fell to the ground. They start convulsing, right?
As soon as the giant that was speaking disappeared. Yep.
Well, as much as I, the player, would like to hold back, I'm going in. Kez and Nock would probably try to go in and save his friends.
Okay.
That's what's gonna happen.
Give me 2 heal
You're
checks
a true one.
as you drop down to help Dom and Eider.
All right. Let's see what we got. Heal checks, don't fail me now. 21 and 19.
19. Okay. And Ned, well, as Kez drops to the ground, begins like trying to like lightly tapping the Eider and Dom, like pouring little bits of water from his water skin, trying anything to get them waking up and kind of get them moving. What are you doing as you see this body appear and see these 2 drop to the ground?
I would like to look over them, make sure there's like, is there anything going on with their eyes or anything?
Their eyes are not shifting in color, but Dom's skin is turning a almost the one of the darkest black colorations that there is.
Yeah, I think just helping Kez.
Okay. As the 2 of you lean down and begin to kind of work away at healing them, kind of getting them conscious, kind of working everything you can, we're going to end session there tonight. We thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time to see if Eider and Dom manage to survive this little metamorphosis.